Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Konnichiwa, ohayo gozaimasu, is your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen, Khaiden, a sentient star cluster and many cosmic minds combined in VTuber, V-Singer form. Good to see you for another Pokemon Pun Day. Yeah, we do alliterations and then we're gonna end up doing Pun Days just because we call it that, right? Also, sorry about the slight delay, like a minute or two. Slightly late. Slightly being the keyword. But it's good to see you all, Tajigen. Pokemon Champions continues like having a presence on the stream, and I've been saying, you know, some weeks that, oh, is this still gonna happen this week? And it does. It may still happen next week, we'll see. I already have an idea of what next week is gonna look like, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We're only getting started right now. A shorter and sweet affair compared to some of the streams, but yeah. It was a nice, long, epic journey we took on Final Fantasy Friday, with Shadowbringer stuff, normal raids, Eden, a little bit of Garlemal's machinations as well. And there's still group content left from the patch we just did, which is 5.2, right? Doing it patch by patch. That's how we do it, Tajigen, with that. But also, yesterday, Ishgardian Restoration, which was meant to be gathering and crafting, ended up being more gathering than crafting, but yeah. There was some crafting on, like, the FF Friday stream, because waiting times for the normal raids and all that, which I think were not that long. Not for all of them, anyway. They were all right enough. We'll see how it is for future ones and all that, but that's another story for another time. For today, the Pokemon Champions. Even compared to yesterday, it might be a shorter and sweet affair, but there's a lot you can do, you know? There's a lot you can do in a short time frame with Champions. I was able to do some stuff this week with it, which was a few battles. I'm already in Great Ball tier, in at least single battle or double battles, I forget which one. Maybe both of them? I don't think it's both of them, but at least I'm close with... No, I think single battles I did get to Great Ball, but double battles... Or the other way around. One of those is about to get into Great Ball, the other is not. And there's yet to be a season in which I make it out of Great Ball. I said that as if there's been like 20 seasons, but no. This is only the second one. So yeah, with that being said, let's do this then. Let's Tajigen travel. Let's leave the Setsudana, the Star Simple today. Oh yeah, also let me adjust that volume. Wait, give me a second. I was double checking some sound settings there. But anyway, let's get into it. We are going to start by going for a Pokemon in Recruit. Let's see if there's anything new to recruit today. Tataru, I feel like I'm gonna call her at times because I'm double checking also the information here. What is this, by the way? The multi-challenge series, May 2026 is coming. Yeah, this is gonna start next Friday. The monthly challenge series May 2026. Battle online competitions. Okay, I'm not gonna register any teams then. But yeah, I call her Tataru at times because it's like Tataru in F14. And it's like Tataru is like a receptionist, a role, sort of like that. Makes me think of that so much. Anyway. Recruiting time. Recruiting time, that is. No need to use a ticket of any sort here. Exam. Wait, what do the tickets do exactly when you use them here? Because they're different than quick coupons. Hisui and Typhlosion. Mr. Rhyme. I do love Mr. Rhyme though. Recently, some Pokemon I had to recatch involved a Galarian Mr. Mime. It made me appreciate Mr. Rhyme. Like, to take a closer look at it and be like, ooh, I really like Mr. Rhyme. Yeah. Palafin. Rhyperior. Supercell Slam is one of the moves. Let me see this. This move Mr. Fest, the use takes damage equal to half of his max experience size, and moves power is old and will sure to hit. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. Bascule Legion. Bellybolt. Infernate. We have an Infernate there somewhere, we just haven't used it at all. Camerupt. Glacian. Or Glaceon. And Raichu, the Alolan version. I think I want the Alolan Raichu. This is interesting though. It has Volt, Tackle, and Thunderbolt both. What is Volt Tackle there for? It's there so you want to recruit it permanently and you get a better move. Maybe. Surge Surfer. Really good pairing with Rotom right there. I am torn between Alolan Raichu, Hisuian Typhlosion, and Mr. Rhyme. I can keep the Hexmania with Hisuian Typhlosion right there. I've been meaning to do a monotype ghost team. I feel like I may go for Chandelier before I go for one of these. I still meant to train a Sinistcha in Pokemon Violet. However, if I find one to recruit right here, I'm just gonna get a Sinistcha here. You know what? I'm gonna go for a Alolan Raichu here. I'll see if I use it though. Because I would want to put it on the double battles team so that it's paired up with Rotom's electric terrain right there. By the way, Spatra, Rotom here were on trial, right period as well. They're still on the trial period. Doesn't say red for their hourglass icon there. Those that have red, I'm going to release. I'm okay releasing Chimecho, this Arcaludon. Oh, I do have a Hisuian Typhlosion already. Good thing I noticed. Is there on this team from Auto Team Build? Let's have it Auto Team Build again. Okay, okay. I feel like we should use this team. It's about time we use this one and see how it feels. Even Spare Tomb is on this team, so it's worth it. To me, this looks like a single battle team. I'll say that though. One thing I'd love to do is to build a monotype team for all 18 types, but there's no space on the boxes for that. You'd have to subscribe to have the space on the boxes there. So I'd have to commit to one type, and well, it would be Ghost probably. I could make a team for fun. Have the Ghost monotype team already. Dragapult is here. I think I'm gonna keep Dragapult permanently. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's already 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I definitely have at least 6 Ghost type Pokemon. What about Psychic? I don't think I have 6 Psychic types. I'd like to do a Psychic monotype. I'm closer to doing a Dark monotype or a Fairy monotype. Those are others I'd consider. Maybe Fighting monotype. But yeah, Raichu, Psychic, maybe an Electric monotype for that matter. And here would benefit from the Rotom, Alolan Raichu thing. But yeah, Psychic. I can probably have filters by type, right? I do have enough for a monotype, although they probably won't let me repeat species with Starmie. And well, Chimecho and Espatra. Oh no, Espatra's trial is over. Do I want to keep Espatra though? I don't think I actually do. If I want to get an Espatra again, I should just go into Violet. and just train one. Trial is over there. I'm going to release the ones that are on trial right now. I want to see what it's going to do for auto battle. And maybe we'll try that team and see how it feels. So we'll return these. It doesn't tell me which ones are not on trial anymore. You have to hover over them and see. I'm pretty sure it's just Arcaludon and Kaimeko left. Chimeco, I mean. Who else was left? Nobody else was left. I could have sworn Rhyperior was done, but not yet. Maybe today one or two of these are done with? Roster Range, I forgot that's what it's called. Yeah. It's almost like Monster Range. I wonder if they're making an intentional reference of some sort. Oh, it's not the automatic team that has Espatra, it's this one. Well, if it's the double battles team that has it, then yeah, I mean, it's a psychic Pokemon in exchange for another psychic Pokemon. That's what we're doing with Alolan Raichu. It works out. What to give you though, Raichu? Choice Scarf, what herb? What herb, maybe? If the stats ever do get lowered, but let me see if there's something I want more. Perhaps one of these. It can get hit with the ground move and have it be lethal. Shell Bell. Good old leftovers, maybe? Yeah, because Focus Band is what we'd have instead of Focus Sash. Let's have that instead and see how it feels. Mostly, I think I'd be using Thunderbolt and play rough. Volt Tackle in certain situations, but it's not ideal. It's not the end of the world either, I want to say, but yeah. Special attack, special defense, low speed. Okay. It's about being defensive, though. So maybe leftovers really are a good idea. Or a Shell Bell, even. Nah, I'll do leftovers. Nobody else is using it on the team. Leftovers are always like an all-reliable, in a way. Okay, so... Wait, the auto battle team was not the one that had Spatra, so like... that doesn't change, okay. Holding the line. Is everybody okay? The internet just completely went down. This was one of those instances in which... You ever see the internet? Good to see you though, Caleb. Came at quite the time. Ohayo gozaimasu indeed. Thank you for the welcome back. You ever see when the internet ever goes out, you have the icon on your PC, right? That's like, well, it's either a Wi-Fi icon or like an Ethernet icon. I have an Ethernet icon. It's an Ethernet connection. So you know things are bad because... You know I've done my best to ensure this connection is the best it can be, right? I'll do the good morning song in a moment. Thanks for redeeming that, Caleb. But it's one of those instances in which it did show the what to call it, the globe icon, showing that it's completely disconnected. So yeah, that was egregious. That's unacceptable from my ISP. Unacceptable. We went through a lot of odysseys last year with them. So far, we haven't done it this year because it's like, ugh, everything that could be done has been done, unfortunately. But, sooner than later it might happen. I don't know. Hopefully this is not a sign of that, but we'll see. What is that from Seribot? Wait, Seribot, what are you doing? Why did I see... Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something from... No, never mind. But yeah, hopefully nobody needed to refresh. Give me a second here, checking some things. You probably would want a business land if you want near perfect uptime. Yeah. That's an entirely different story. And like, no, and the thing is, Caleb, we've had this service for years and I've been doing this for years, and these are standards they used to have. Something happened to them, my goodness, it's already been a little while, but about 2 years ago. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what happened. They stopped being as good as they were, and they became mediocre. They became bad. No, because like I'm not asking for anything that they haven't been able to do before. The service hasn't changed. Same service we've had pretty much. Like the most up to speed the most high speed service we can have from this ISP. And they used to be near perfect, if not even perfect. I want to say near perfect is the word. They weren't perfect. Nothing's perfect maybe, but they were near perfect. Perfection. No problems really. And then things went downhill from them. And they haven't been able to be the same since. They went through war scars. I think you're near perfect. Perfect indeed. What do you mean near? No, 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 no. That near has no place there, Caleb. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I get so insulting about my ISP. I just get angry about that because it didn't used to be this way, and it's like unacceptable. And I'm not asking for extreme things. Yeah, most users are not gonna be streamers, right? From something like that. Even those that get the highest speeds possible and things like that. But yeah, give me a second, Tajigen. Just need a moment here. As perfect of near. Ooh. Like near automata? Is that what you mean? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Something came up. Give me a second here. Just in something I need to check quickly. I'm gonna BRB quickly. Yeah, we're procrastinating on the feats we're about to have here. We'll see. But hold on, give me a second. Okay. お待たせしました. Something came up immediately that I needed to check. Nothing bad, by the way. Nothing bad. But it required the attention from one of my dimensions, from one of my many minds combined. Don't think I forgot about that Good Morning song, Caleb. Yes. As we begin heading into ranked battles, yes, I was right, but the other way around. Yeah, single battles is a great ball, double battles is a Pokeball tier. Alright. My throat, it gets weird sometimes at the start of a stream. Morning's here, the morning's here, sunshine is here, the sky is clear, the morning's here. Caleb, get into gear, breakfast is near, the dark of night has disappeared. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yes, indeed. Thanks for that redeem over on the Twitch side. What should we do first? Let's just do it this way. Double battles it is. Let's ensure we have the right team. This is indeed the right team. Thank you for the praise. Well, actually, the voice didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to for that. But then again, it's also kind of morning for me. Double it? What do you mean double it? We're actually gonna double it. Yes. I thought for a moment you meant the song. Wait. What are you talking about? What? What? Oh, what Pokemon? What Pokemon? Whose trial has expired? Rotom as well. We're gonna permanently recruit Rotom. We need to do that. Didn't realize. No, this is a permanent recruitment. Yes. Bam. I thought it would do the sound effect. Oh, I think it just expired within the last minutes or so. That must have been what happened. Well, anyway, let's actually have a battle now. My battle record, I did not open that document. Let me see if I can open it quickly. Or set it up. Last battle record was 7 wins, 5 losses. Okay. Give me a second here. Do we want to start with that electric combo? I want to start with that electric combo and see how it feels. I must insist on Spiritomb because I'm trying to get that badge that has Spiritomb on it. And well, the Starmie badge, likely to happen too, without forcing it. But with Spiritomb, I kind of have to force it, so to speak. But I think this is the way. Let's see how it goes. It's fun because this is the fall Rotom. Oh yeah, I have 3 Psychic types on this team now. 2 Ghost types. A lot of Dark type weakness, although Spiritomb doesn't have a Dark type weakness there. Only 2 Pokemon in this... No, actually half the team is not weak to Dark because Gallade also neutralizes it, but still, it's neutral. It's a different story. Back to Johto. One of my favorite battle teams ever. Actually, no, I have said it's my favorite battle team ever. The favorite, right? What do we want to do first then? I'm actually considering doing Charm, but perhaps we shouldn't spend a turn just setting things up. Give me a second here, I think that's a bit loud. Okay, just so I get to call this out as well. We'll do it this way. Because we're gonna set up that electric terrain as well. Although I feel like Reflect might do better, but yeah. I find it amazing they still use the same Game Boy sounds. Sounds that were made to be run on 37-year-old battery-powered hardware. Yeah. It's kind of a custom option. Is it a custom option? It kind of is, it kind of isn't. We're not gonna call out that Thunderbolt, by the way, after that fake out. Rain Dance, huh? Okay. Too bad nobody on my team has Thunder. Maybe we should go for the electric monotype. But it's kind of a custom option. It's just you have all the battle teams pretty much for every trainer ever. Every trainer battle team ever is what I mean. In this game. And I have it to random to be a random setting. I think we should hit a Kangaskhan first then. Although I don't know. No, let's do Reflect also. Kangaskhan is gonna attack physically for sure. Sanda Borto! Yeah, good damage. It would have been less without the electric terrain, I think. Last resort. Is there a Gen 3 sound theme? Yes, there is. The Hoenn battle theme, as it was in Gen 3, is right here. Trick Room, huh? Alright. Yeah, I can see Trick Room being used here. I mean, my Raichu is also gonna benefit from it. The speed is kind of low. Kind of being the keyword, maybe, but... Okay. We try it this way. It's Thunderbolt City. Let's do it. You want a double? Here's a double Thunderbolt. If they both hit, though. They might not, actually. Okay, Fiery Giraffe is still the slowest among them all. Among them. Among them. Among us, among them. Is Among Us in this game? Nah, I'm wondering. Hopefully the damage for that got mitigated. It didn't seem like it did. It's a lot of damage either way. I feel like Last Resort is a physical move based on what we saw right there, so I don't know. Do I want to curse somebody with Spiritomb? Be cheeky enough to do that? I feel like I want to be. I don't know. Let's try Liquidation on Kangaskhan and Foul Play on Fiery Giraffe because it's super effective. No curse, no curse. I think not. No cursing today, I think. I did Mega Evolve, right? I didn't forget. Did I? Hopefully I didn't. I should have done Send Headbutt now. That's alright. It makes me afraid sometimes when it doesn't do the Mega Evolution right away. I'm like, did I forget to hit R? Look at that small Blastoise! Oh my god. It's the different Pokemon sizes, but look at that small turtle. Look at that small turtle boy or girl. Oh, that was a crit. That's a good sign that was a crit. Although it's also because it was Psychic too, I think. Oh, that damage was good too. It's also because my Starmie used to be an alpha, I think. Or no, wait, no. This is not the one that used to be an alpha. Not the shiny Starmie. No. I think not, anyway. Well, it has to be a Zen Headbutt here. Outplayed did some decent damage against Fiery Giraffe right there. This is the way we need to do it. Small, cute Blastoise. My goodness. It's so funny. Kanto region is Kanto, Aloha region is Hawaii. Makes sense. So is the Sinnoh region China since Sinnoh means China? It's not. Is the Kalos region Greece because Kalos means beautiful in ancient Greek? It does. So all the first 4 regions are Japan, but also they're not. Kanto is the one. Kanto and Johto are the ones that are Japan the most, but Hoenn and Sinnoh kind of a bit more loose. I would argue Hoenn and Sinnoh just don't have a basis, a real world equivalent, an Earth equivalent, I should say. There's no equivalent there exactly. They're not. It's not a one-to-one copy anyway, and it's not meant to be. I don't think so. You know, I think I still want to do. I don't think we want to go for Shadow Sneak right here. And also because of how early they only really started thinking about. Okay, this region is gonna be based on this, arguably with Unova, and Unova is not a whole country. It's just New York. I can't remember if it's the state or the city or what the difference is between both. I forget sometimes, but yeah. And then Kalos is like, okay, we're gonna start going for countries or something like that. So let's go for, you know, oh, Spiritomb went first. Trick Room is benefiting my Spiritomb as well to an extent. Fiery Giraffe is still the slowest, but yeah. Nice Trick Room setup. But yeah, Kalos, you know, let's do France for Kalos. Hawaii, Alola, and so on. Yeah, Kalos is indeed France. Ameriope or Needtopia and Battle Network. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Mega Man? I don't know much about the lore. I should maybe play those games. Especially with how much I say I want to get into Mega Man, but also Rockman.exe. Yes. How much I want to get into Rockman, into Mega Man. But the difficulty of the early games, right? Not just the early games, the main games, the Mega Man games and the X games, and I want to play so much. I want to play those so much, man. Because it has what Pokemon has right here. Well, not right here in Champions, but I just love the formula, the structure of the 8 batches so freaking much. I could play hundreds of games that are like that. Hundreds. I'm still playing Champions though, still loving it. Whether we win or lose here. But man, like, then you have the 8 Robot Masters, the 8 Mavericks or something like that in Mega Man, and I want to play it, but then the difficulty, how long would it take me to finish Mega Man 2, for example? Mega Man 1, the Yellow Devil, that dragon looks nightmarish from Mega Man 2, you know, in the Wily stages. Now then, I think we're up against the bot here maybe, but for the setup here, I think we want these two at the start. I've yet to use Trunks in a while. Well, I must insist on Spiritomb because I want that badge. Still have like over 20 battles to win with Spiritomb right there. And okay, we'll try Trunks here. Let's see how that feels. Yes, this feels like it's a bot. First of all, there was no standing by from them. Once I was ready, everything was ready. And I have other reasons to suspect it. Let's see. I already know how this battle is beginning, I'll tell you that. a Flare Blitz on Corviknight right here. Mega Evolution and Protection. We must protect ourselves from that Absol right there, I think. That's got to be a bot. That's got to be a bot. It's alright. It's good to be able to have a win, even if I can only win against bots, I'll take it. But we get to have a stream in which we don't win against a player at least once, I think. A Pokemon Champion stream, that is. Alright. Hit them hard with that Flare Blitz in a moment, it's in a roar. Let's go. Flare Blitz! Oh yes. That's how it should be. Quite some recall damage would come out of that. But it's all for a good cause. Makes me wonder if I want to go for a Shell Bell, maybe. For a Cineroar. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, okay. I got an idea of what we want to do here. It's got to be Ice Spinner on Whimsicott here, because, yeah, I got to take out Absol if I can. Superstar... No, Gemini, sorry, that's the name of my Starmie here, not Superstar. Gemini has all the type disadvantages here. Not anymore, though. There's still a disadvantage with Absol, but okay. That's definitely a bot right there. I doubt a player would do that. A player could do that, though, to avoid a Protect, maybe, but most likely not. I don't know. Incineroar has health down, special defense down. We're still kicking ass, though. We're still kicking ass. I think they only have one Pokemon left, right? Well, I'm definitely doing Ice Spinner here. Let's go for the Darkest Lariat. Lariato. Yes, it's gotta be Ice Spinner against Garchomp. Let's see what other battle music comes up. Remind me, which one are we listening to? Because I forget. This feels like Gen 6 XY, but I'm not sure. Ish. Bam 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 bam. That gets us back to where we were. Actually, no, it's a little bit further than where we were. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like saying World War I. It can be such a mouthful, so difficult to say. World War I, blah 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 blah. Too many W's in that. Maybe winds and waves will feel similar. Let's just say dub WW. Or Weewa. Weeway. I prefer WW though. If there's nothing else with that abbreviation, there's no need to do a Wuthering Waves on it. Here, however, do we want to start with Incineroar? Because I feel like we do, huh? You know what? I'm gonna do the same start as last time, but the other Pokemon in this should be... Who should they be? Oh my goodness, yeah, I just realized Alolan Raichu here really needs a Psychic move. I might just recruit it permanently. I might be okay doing that. Anyway, I think it will be Trunks. Pretty much the same setup as last time. No, the exact same setup as last time. This is definitely a player with those shiny Pokemon. Right, because Raichu should have a Psychic move there. Instead of Charm or instead of Volt Tackle or both. A Psychic move. A Psychic move. We need that. So yeah, we'll only use that Raichu right now in certain situations. What makes me hesitate in recruiting him permanently is not the VP cost. It's the spaces on the box. That's what troubles me. Well, once I get to Ultra Ball, it's a good incentive to get there. I'll be able to hold on, just trying to find the best choice here. I think we need a Zen Headbutt on Milotic. Oh, we're back to Johto yet again. But yeah, I'll be able to have more spaces, 40. And then Master Ball maybe gives you 45, and I think that's it. But it's still better than what we have right now. I'm just doing it for fun though, just mostly doing it with Pokemon that I fancy the most. My favorites, but also some other Pokemon. But overall, it's just not caring about the meta that much. Oh, Sinnis Chai is actually good for the meta, that's great. But I'm using it because I like it. Fake out. Okay. Who needed to... Wow, that was a hell of a crit right there. That was a lot of damage on a fake out. The one that needed to hit the most... Who was it? The sooner we take out that Milotic, the better, because of that super effective damage right there. Accuracy falling is not good. Yeah. Okay, I thought close combat was not gonna hit for a moment. If they turn towards each other, then the move is gonna go through. That would have been funny. They turn towards each other and then they turn away. I thought that was gonna happen for a moment. Alright. That damage could have been better. I don't think Sword Stance would have been a good idea before this. I don't think we're gonna switch out. We just gotta try this. See how it feels. Zen Headbutt against Milotic. Just, yeah. Let's do it this way. There's no other way we want to go about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the win from the previous match. I'll never get tired of this song. Never, never, never. Either this or the Gem 4 version. Do I think I prefer this one more? Though, I might change my mind if I hear the Gem 4 version again. We're living in the moment, I guess. Maybe. Sucker Punch on Incineroar. Ooh. Okay. That Milotic might have Bright Powder, or... Was Gemini's accuracy also lower from Muddy Water? Maybe it was. I feel like it was. Anyway. I think it's time to curse someone with Spirit Tomb. I feel like I want to go for that. Gemini's accuracy falling so much is a shame, but not much we can do about it. I want to curse that Milotic. I mean, they're probably gonna switch it out, but I know what I'm getting into when I do a curse, after all. So, with that in mind, do we want to try Protect here? I don't think we should do Protect. I don't see why. Liquidation on Kangaskhan. It's a matter of who's faster here as well. No. We gotta try doing damage right now. Protect might have been a good idea, actually, but, like, I'm not sure. No. No. Oh yeah, I just realized. I am not gonna count this as a win. I'm not gonna count it on the record as a win. I mean, I guess it technically is, but like, we don't know what happened to them. Something could have come up. I'll happily take that in-game, but I'm not gonna count it on the record. But alright, let's move on then. I was gonna say, I only just now noticed Kangaskhan was a shiny there. Kangaskhan's shiny, a little bit harder to tell is a shiny. Still a good shiny compared to some others I've seen out there. Oh gosh, some shinies just suck so much. The lack of difference, you know? Moving on here. Yes, I think we want Superstar at the start. Both of us have a shiny Starmie in the party. Interesting. Then I think I want Rotom in there. Spiritomb. Incineroar, I think should be there. That is, I think, the party that we go for. Soon we should switch to single battles, I think. We wanted to at least get to Great Ball and double battles. This is also why I never get to Ultra Ball, because I keep switching back and forth between the modes, but it's fun this way. Thank you for the hydrate, Caleb. Let me do that right now. Exam. Yes, okay. Starmie already at a disadvantage. Rotom is at a bigger disadvantage. Although I think it has Levitate, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Well, first of all, we protect. Rotom. I think we want to set up Reflect here. Also, Does Rotom have Levitate? Let's just find out. We want to do Reflect either way, I think. Which one was this from? Was it Gen 8? Sword and Shield? This song. Anyway, Mega Evolution! I haven't called it out yet, have I? Funny enough, I forget more often to do it here in turn-based battles than I do in non-turn-based battles in Legend CA. Tailwind, there's that Tailwind. Now I'll still need somebody that can do that on the team, huh? Maybe. Rock Slide. Reflect hasn't been set up yet, right? I don't know, I'm half paying attention to this, half doing other things. Okay, yeah. There it is, a Rock Slide will be even less damage. That Reflect really is helpful. Oh yeah, now that Rotom is not rental anymore, maybe I want to set up some other things, I don't know. But, well, we're in trouble now because they'll move first. Oh, Helping Hand, okay. That's still something to worry about. Rock Slide, okay. Yes, Rock Slide, lower accuracy. That is a problem. I was worried that Gemini was gonna receive grass damage. Thank goodness that didn't happen. Ice Spinner. Good idea with that berry. Still not enough, though. Still not enough. Otherwise, I say it's still a good idea to have that berry, but I don't know. If you could still make it faint, I would go for something else. I would go for the Focus Sash, I think. Shadow Booty! I did do the Hydrate just there, Caleb, by the way, in case it wasn't noticeable. Greninja, Greninja. Gekkoga. I'm guessing that's his regular Japanese name, but I don't know, actually. You saw it? Okay, okay. Yes, I think we want to do an Ice Spinner on Windy, and then, well, Thunderbolt may not hit super effectively on Greninja there, if they use the Protein. Because it's going to move first. It's most likely going to move first. I did not expect Protect. Maybe I should have protected as well with Gemini. Ah, yes, I should have expected Dark Balls. Right. That makes sense. Oh, right. On Rotom, it makes sense too. Yes, I think perhaps we want to hit Greninja right there, but I think it's time to maybe curse it instead. Yes, we're gonna do a turn like that. We're gonna be cheeky on this turn. That's the way we want to set it up. It's on their best interests after that to switch out, right? One of the best times to do curse is, of course, no pun intended, when they have their last Pokemon out. But I find a lot of the time it has some great usage doing it here. And also I just like doing it. But yeah, they kinda... Oh yeah, I should have expected a Fairy move there. Let's see if we survive this. Okay, cool. The Citrus Berry comes into play, and I think Curse will not be enough to make Spiritomb faint, but I want to watch out for other things here. Incineroar would have had a huge Water-type disadvantage against Greninja. I was going to say against Protein. So yeah, we want to avoid that too. I can see them maybe... Oh, thank goodness the Tailwind expired. I was thinking about that too. That's another reason why you want to Protect instead. So, Shadow Sneak. I guess we should do a Shadow Sneak on Greninja there. They did well withdrawing it. Okay, we can have Shadow Sneak be super effective here. Even with that Tailwind, I think it should hit first. I still want to have Khaiden here, Kilowattrel. That was more damage than I thought it would be. Nice. Nice. Okay. We see the two versions of Shiny Starmie right here. Mega and non-Mega. Yeah. Alright, Greninja is gonna have that Dark type advantage against... Oh, Reflect were off, okay. Yeah, what will they do with that Starmie? I can see them doing Surf. No need to make that Starmie a physical attacker, I think. I think we want to Protect here. And we should do Curse against Greninja here because either that or they're gonna make my Spiritomb faint. I think it's the same either way. I maybe should do it against the Starmie right there, but I don't know. I don't know. Was it well protecting there at least? Yes, yes, that's the way to do it. No, well, Incineroar can hit with a close combat at least. That will hit Spiritomb. But you see what I mean? Like, we would have been sacrificed to the curse, but it was going to be a feint either way. That was the right move. Incineroar is in trouble here. Or is it? I don't know what to do here, because I either want to do Darkest Lariat on... We should try Liquidation on Greninja. And Darkest Lariat on the Starmie right there. They're gonna move first anyway, they have Tailwind. So I doubt we're even hitting any moves here. Oh, by the way, last battle... Oh yeah, we didn't count last battle. Yeah. I was like, I forgot to count something on the... No, never mind. Icy Wind, okay. Looking to slow us down, you rascal. I see what you're doing. Critical hit. To ensure we're even slower. Hopefully Darkest Lariat hits well. Let's see. Lariato! From Incineroar. Lariato! Let's go. Glad that went through. They should have done Protect, maybe. They should have used... They should have done a Water move on Incineroar, maybe, or a Dark move on my Starmie. My Superstar. Well, it's got to come down to close combat here. Notice I've yet to use Swords Dance with Incineroar. I just don't see it being a good idea in any of these situations. See, the curse we did with Spiritomb and forcing them to switch out for one turn, and therefore having their Starmie get hit with my Shadow Sneak, ended up being a good move. And look at that. Look at that tanking from Incineroar right there. Let's go. I thought it would have fainted from sure from that, but no. Yeah, you know why? You know why though? Because it was a pure Dark type right there, that Greninja. And thus it didn't have same type attack bonus, Stab. So that saved us right there. Protein can be a double-edged sword sometimes. So they would have fared better using a Dark move on my Starmie. Great Bolt here, rank 3, let's go. Rank up. Performance bonus, win streak bonus, very nice, very nice. Let's continue battling. We're not going to change this. No need to, I think. Although we need to run ads soon on the Twitch side of things. That was a nice win. That was a nice win. Very contested right there. I think we'll switch to single battle soon though. I still want to use that other team, see how it feels. Although, not yet, because the other team still has Spiritomb. I want to insist on Spiritomb so I get closer to that badge. How to start here though? I think we actually do the same start as before with Incineroar and Gemini. Yeah, Gemini can hit that Garchomp quite effectively with Ice Spinner. And then Alolan Raichu, Gallade, Trunks here, Rotom instead. Yes, I think I want it to be... Who do I want it to be, actually? This is gonna be this setup. Yeah, okay, let's do it like this. Fine. Let's see where it takes us. Trunks has quite the variety of moves, which is great. There's a good variety of them. Ah, there's Hoenn, but the Gen 6 version of Hoenn, that is. Right, mouse, hold, Delphox. Type advantages, type disadvantages galore. Mostly I'm the one with the advantage, but am I? Am I? Well, I maybe should try to start with a Protect, but we'll do this first. I'm gonna do a Swords Dance with Incineroar. I might regret it though, but I get the feeling somebody might switch out on their team, or somebody might set things up. Alright, both sides are Mega Evolving. Oretachi no Banda, it's our turn. Mega Evolution! Mega Shinka! Let's go. Who moves first? Protect? Okay. Fair enough. Then we did well doing Swords Dance right here. But what is Mouse Hold going to do? Mouse Hold is what should worry us right now. Super Fang. Okay, half Incineroar's health was drained there. The thing is, Incineroar is moving after that mouse hold. I don't like that. I don't like that. Feel like I want to take down that mouse hold, but we gotta hit Delphox with that liquidation, right? Maybe I should keep Protect to Incineroar or something. Nah. I'm gonna lose Incineroar without hitting mouse hold, I think. I should have hit liquidation on mouse hold after all. Very well, very well. That was a good moment in which to switch out. That was very clever, actually. Though at the same time, I'm not losing anything out of this, maybe. If anything, they just take damage. I argued, no, they should not have used Protect with mouse hold. They could have taken down Incineroar. If Super Fang did that much damage, yeah, they can do that again. Let's see what liquidation does in this case. And it's time for Flare Blitz on King Gambit. No need for close combat. Close combat will be extremely effective. Oh yes, Quick Claw, I forgot we had that. I did well trying to... Okay, yeah, I did well doing it the way I did it before. Okay, Flare Blitz on mouse hold, I guess. And it has priority over Quick Claw. The Sucker Punch as well. I can see Sucker Punch having that. Follow Me having priority over that. Surprises me a little bit, but okay. Okay, we still made mouse hold faint. It's okay. That's quite the high damage on that Sucker Punch. Or is it? No, I think that's about normal for a Sucker Punch. The Gallade. We try Gallade here. Garchomp, that's not good news for my Incineroar. And my one source of ice damage is gone. My one source of any damage that's good against Garchomp is gone, actually. So what to do here, I think, is the Darkest Lariat on Garchomp. Yes, the Darkest Lariat. That Quick Claw is there, but let's see if they do anything that has priority. Okay, withdrew it. A Shadow Sneak on Delphox might be a good idea. Might be. Darkest Lariat is also good. Now, Rough Skin will cause some damage, but not fainting yet. Yeah, because the way I want to do it is that I want to... No. It's Earthquake. Incineroar is out. I feel like I do want to give a curse to somebody with Spiritomb. But, I mean, it's only down to Spiritomb and Gallade right here. And Trunks. Gallade. So, I don't know. No. If anybody's gonna do Shadow Sneak, it should be Spiritomb, right? Hopefully it's good enough. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. That was Gallade doing it. Because I think we want... Psycho Cut or Sacred Sword. Let's do Psycho Cut. That's gonna have Rough Skin activated if it hits. It's gotta be Shadow Sneak. We gotta do Shadow Sneak against Delphox. I might use Protect. I don't know if they have it. We gotta use Shadow Sneak right there. Too bad it wasn't enough to make it faint. I was considering having them both do Shadow Sneak, but it would have been overkill. I think it was still the right decision not to do that. In case they also have Protect, I don't know. I lost track of who had Protect on their team and who didn't. Anyway, the Citrus Berry comes in to help us. I don't think we're gonna survive another Earthquake right there, but we got a Shadow Sneak on Delphox there. Either way, we're gonna switch to single battles after this. Yes, I guess focusing on only one mode will make it more likely that I get Ultra Ball happening. But it's okay, because it's fun switching back and forth like this between the modes. I would say though, if one were treating me a lot better than the other, I would focus on that one more. There have been games I played before in which there comes a point in which I never touch other game modes because night and day difference between how I do on this game mode versus that other game mode. Well, arguably Pokemon is one of those games. Single player and multiplayer are two game modes in a way, each with their sub-game modes. If you're bad at multiplayer but you're good at single player, guess what? You're still good at Pokemon. You're just not good at one of the game modes right there. That's all there is to it. Well, that's a nice looking hairstyle. Probably never gonna use it, but still. Alright. Alright. Should we BRB? I think we're not gonna BRB, but I don't know what we're gonna do in the meantime. I might recruit another Pokemon. But I shouldn't get too overzealous about recruiting like that. I'm gonna take a look at boxes and things like that. Maybe consider changing some moves. We'll have 3 minutes of ads on Twitch, so the pre-rolls are off. We'll be right here. Let's collect things. Let's collect things right here. Oh, Gallade. We got something with Gallade. Rising Star. Oh, I'll take that. Happily. Gallade Admirer. Okay, nice. But yeah, we're after that Spiritomb badge right here. How are we doing? We need, what is that? 20... I can't do math. 23. Yeah, 23 more wins with a Spiritomb. And I don't even know what comes after that, but something. With Starmie, we're closer because yeah, okay. I've used it a bit more often. I'd happily take that badge too. We have 18 left with Starmie. And Gallade, well, now we're closer. What about other Pokemon? I wonder. Never used Blastoise or Venusaur. Never used Charizard. We had a tutorial with Charizard, but that doesn't count. Gengar has a little bit. Clefable, nothing. Raichu. Would it count a little on Raichu for that, I wonder? Meganium, quite a few of them. I thought they were more for Dragonite. Okay, I'm getting distracted with things here. Let's get those missions. What is that in the mailbox? The quick coupons make you really want to go and recruit. But we'll see. Oh yeah, rank up reward. Okay. Right. We have 12,689 VP. Let me check my boxes. I want to get so many more Pokemon, but we only have 7 slots left. Golurk's time has expired, as has Infernips and Vanilux's. I think I might release Vanilux back into the range, but Infernip and Golurk are fun. I maybe want to keep those. I have Mousehold here. I never used it. Maybe we should change its moves. That's what we should consider doing. I miss Palafin. I miss using Palafin on the team. No place for it right now, I think. And then this Beedrill. I don't know. But yeah, Infernape. I want to use the Fighting Monkey. I would change one of those moves to be a fighting move, though. Poison Jab, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, I think that one. Dragapult may end up being a permanent recruit. And then Golurk, I just like Golurk a lot. No need to change those moves exactly. Also, let me check. Ability Klutz, what does that do? Items do not work when held by the Pokemon. That can have advantages if I expect somebody's gonna do a trick and give me a choice item or something. It's not gonna work. But do I want this? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But yeah, Earthquake, Phantom Force, Close Combat. Because otherwise, we gotta try having a move that has advantages from not holding an item, but is there such a thing? I don't know. If you have Golurk with Klutz and its Mega Stone, because now it has a Mega Evolution, would it work? I wonder. Do you miss Miiverse? That was a funny Wild West of normies, weird people, shit posters, and children. You had no way of telling what was real. I never got to experience it, sadly, Caleb. Never got a Wii back in those days, I think. No, I know. I got a Wii only until recent years. Never too late to have a Wii, in my humble opinion. The Wii is an experience. Just like a DS, I would argue. I need to get back to it. But it was Wii U? Oh, even less of a chance of me going through that. But yeah, no. I wanna play like the recent Mii game. What was it called again? Tomodachi Life. Just no money for that right now. No budget for like a full price game like that at the moment. Otherwise, we'll be going crazy with it. Although I think I wouldn't be drawing people's faces. I would just keep it a bit more simple. For the most part. But man, would we have fun with it. I'm just considering what to... Well, we don't have to make a decision yet. Let's go for that single battle team. Let's see how it feels. The fact that he used auto team like that was interesting. Tells me that those Pokemon are good on their own. Maybe, I don't know. Our Mega Evolution Pokemon here is actually Dragonite. Hisuian Typhlosion is here. We have 4 Ghost types here. Although only 3 of them receive the full super effective Ghost type and Dark type damage. We wanted to be a Hex Maniac, here it is. Here's the way we can be Hex Maniacs, to an extent. I'm reminded of this great Pokemon fan game called This Gym of Mine. In which you become a gym leader, basically. But, you know, they have it so that you can have 2 Pokemon that are not the type of your gym that you have in your party. And... oh, there's Golurk, speaking of Golurk. And I think they do need to have a move related to the gym, but you can have 2 that are not the type in your party. But they need to at least have one move that is the type of the gym, or maybe the gym's signature TM, because there's such a thing too. Right, I see about 3 steel types and I want to do Incineroar, but one of those is also water type. I think we still want to do Incineroar at first, I'm not sure. Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, Hurricane. Do we want to change those moves? Let's see. Let's use this set of... oh, it's only single battles, I forget. Let's use this set of Pokemon and see how it feels. We're being casual about it. This is also how I'm casual about it. I'm like, let's just use these Pokemon. Let's just do that. It's okay not using Starmie there. We'll get to it. I want to aim for the Spiritomb badge first. I feel like it's harder for me to get a win with Spiritomb than it is to get it with Starmie. Especially because I have 2 different Starmies. Alright. Dragonite. I think we want to try that Ice Beam. Or do we? Do we? Yes, I think we do. Or do we? I'll try Ice Beam and see how it feels. Let's see if they Mega Evolve their Golurk. Anyway, Mega Evolution! Beautiful Mega Dragonite. Let's go. Ice Beam. I don't think it's gonna make it faint. Okay. I thought it wouldn't make it faint because I thought it would have enough health or defense, but it's a Focus Sash, which makes sense too, but that's not what I meant. Hard Press. Ugh. I thought it would do more damage. Okay. 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 Let's try... I'll try Dragon Pulse. Are we facing a bot, maybe? I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. They had the standing by thing at the start, I think. No. I don't think this is a bot. It's taking a bit longer right now. So I don't think it is. And you know, it's a name that could be used by a bot. Capitalized first letter, it could be... You see a name with numbers, or with no capital letters, or at least the capital letters are at the start, yeah, it's gotta be a bot at that point. Probably. We're gonna risk it with a Hurricane. And I say it's a risk because of that lower accuracy, you know? That lower freaking accuracy. Ah, Mega Dragonite is so good looking. Shiny Mega Dragonite even more so, I would argue. Dragonite had this weird thing where like it was a very different shiny color in Generation 2. And then for subsequent generations it changed completely. Went from that lovely light blue, or cyan if you will. We were rambling about this yesterday, but you know, that lovely color to a green color, which is fine too, but it's a downgrade compared to what that looked like because it brings it closer to the Dragonair and Dratini colors, you know? That's what makes it fun. Oh, Hurricane got disabled, okay. Let's try Dragon Pulse there. We don't want to do Draco Meteor, I think. Disable. I did not expect that. Well, we can work with this. Then Draco Meteor we can do after this. Oh yes, I still want to start Legend here. Shiny Mega Dragonite should have been his shiny colors instead of ugly Pickled Dragonite. Yeah, I mean, it's the other way around, right? Oh, we want to use Draco Meteor for sure here. Oh, they had Dito in the party. I didn't even notice. But yeah, I see what you're saying there, Gory, on the YouTube side. Ice Beam makes sense here, though. It makes even more sense that Draco Meteor, they move first. Alright. Well, I think it's time for a Curse with Spiritomb, don't you think? I think it's time we do that. I'm gonna be cheeky like that. Is their last Pokemon out? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. But yeah, I do appreciate that they brought back those colors in the Mega Evolution of Dragonite. It's kind of like, ooh, wow. Had to be a crit, huh? It's kind of like Mega Charizard X. Making Charizard become the shiny even if it's not shiny, right? And then you have a shiny Charizard become Mega Charizard X, and I forget what colors it becomes, but yeah, it's a different story. Anyway, we're seeing a Gak 10. We're seeing a turnaround here. I think they might win this fight at this rate. I don't think we want to do Sword Stance here. No, no, no. I know what moves they have, at least. It's gotta be a Dragon Pulse or... Well, Draco Meteor makes sense too, actually. I would probably do the same. Getting a win with Ditto like that, that's a fun thing to do. I may consider a Ditto on a future party then. If I'm having fun doing Curse with Spiritomb for its own sake, then I would have fun doing Transform with Ditto for its own sake. Sword Dance on Incineroar is interesting? Okay. Glad to be of interest. Hmm? Wait, what did they do right there? Well, let's do a Lariato once again. Nah, no way we win this. Although Quick Claw might come in clutch. Hell of a battle here. Hell of a freaking battle here, what the hell? Incineroar! Bringing you Smash Brothers knowledge here. But in Smash Brothers, you can get yeeted out of the arena sometimes. And that's what happened right there. Well, in a slightly different way. That could have gone either way. That was fun. That was fun. Out of all possible transformations Ditto can have, it has it on a Pokemon that is weak against its own type. And well, it was Ice Beam that they used, but even if I had selected Ice Beam, Draco Meteor still seemed like a right choice for me. Even if I had used Ice Beam, they moved first. It came down to who moved first. Let's see how this next one does. Yes, we may go back to the other single battle team. But let's see what we do here. With this set up... What did we have with Gengar? Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Destiny Bond. Okay, okay. Okay. I'm considering Gengar here actually, but... What about Superstar here? I should nickname this Starmie Superstar as well. But yeah, what about our Starmie right here? There's potential here, I think. Yeah. Especially with that Gyarados there. I want to think of a Thunderbolt. Seeing an Ice type and a Fairy type there makes me be sweaty about choosing Dragonite. Typhlosion. We might want to change those moves, but I think we have it Rental right now. Incineroar it is. Screw it. Let's do it like this. I think we may be against the bot right here. Not that we should be overconfident against the bot. Even though they make some funky decisions sometimes. I'm almost certain this is a bot. Nevertheless, let's not underestimate anything here. Starmie the former Alpha. What to do here then? Surf, Psychic. Well, Psychic with the chance to lower special defense is always a good idea. Let's go. Metal Sound. Nani o takuranderu? What are you planning? If anything. So it's like a bot team. The game tends to match on when you with a bot after you lose to a player in Pokeball and Great Ball tier. I've heard that. Wasn't sure if it was a rumor or if it was confirmed. It certainly feels like that's what happens. I thought it's interesting that it only happens in Pokeball and Great Ball. But, okay, special defense got lowered, so play rough isn't going to hit as badly as other times. We still do Psychic, though we may want to consider Recover after this. Yeah. I think that works well. And I'm okay with that, though. I'm okay with being paired up with the bots. I want to be able to fight NPCs here, actually. I want the Gym Leader Castle. I want the World Tournament from Black to White 2. The World Tree. I want to face Blue. I want to face Cynthia. I want to face Koga, Janine, Sabrina, Maylene. Gym Leaders, Elite Force from past generations, you know? Those people. I want to have that. We still insist on Psychic here, I think. It's a bit too easy with these bots sometimes, but still. Nightshade, huh? Not the ghost move I expected. Well, nothing but Psychic. It's Psychic City. Talk about Hexmania. Because Psychic comes into play too. Just look at Olympia's Gym, for example. For a Hexmaniac. But yeah, I thought it was like more guaranteed to happen if it's like more losses in a row rather than one loss. But it's not like I've had... Oh, sorry. Didn't put the thing right there on the record. Yeah, getting us right back where we were pretty much. A loss makes you lose more points than you gain from a win, maybe? Although I'm not sure. It depends on how you win, I guess. Since I didn't have any Pokemon Faint there, maybe they gave me more than I would have gotten. Or maybe took into account that it's a bot, I'm not sure. I'm speculating. You're free to tell me in the chat though. Like you just told me right there. Ikuze. Oh, I get the feeling this is not a bot. Not with a shiny Delphox like that, I don't think so. What to do here, what to do here, what to start with, who to start with, rather. Because I'm leaning towards Starmie or Incineroar. Is Incineroar gonna do well here, though? It could. I think we seriously consider Incineroar. 2 Pokemon there are bad for Incineroar. The other 4 are not. Are decidedly not. I like that party, by the way. What a good-looking party. Superstar, Superstar, Superstar. Dragonite and Spiritomb. I think this is the way we do it. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. And see how it feels. Boom, boom, boom. We've actually had 7 battles so far. One of them we didn't count the win we got because they were idle. We never know the reason why they might have been, so just in case we don't count it. Ikuze. We've yet to hear some themes, haven't we? We have yet to hear any Kanto battle theme. We've yet to hear Hoenn's Gen 3 version. We've yet to hear Johto's Gen 4 version. Alright. Maybe I should take away Swords Dance after all. I don't know about that though. Maybe not, maybe not. That would have been a good time to do it then. Although at the same time, it's not like I would have done any move against Primarina from here. It's time to switch out maybe. Is it time to switch out though? We're at a disadvantage here. Everybody has a disadvantage against Primarina on my 3 Pokemon I selected here, I just realized. Oh well. What do we get out of what we have here? Screw it, I'm gonna do Swords Dance, I don't care. Let's give it a try. Yeah, when Hydro Pump is there, and it misses... Bring it on then. A Flare Blitz has gotta be... I was hoping Quick Claw would be able to do his thing there. Yeah, we're in trouble here. Didn't realize Primarina was such a hazard against my team here. Hazard. Let's call it that. Yeah, I think I want Spiritomb out here. We'll try Poltergeist maybe. My beautiful Spiritomb. Then perhaps I think I'm gonna switch to the other team. Hydro Pump with Liquid Voice. Hyper Voice exists. There's different choices there. Oh, that was a crit. Perhaps he wouldn't have made it faint had it not been a crit. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's try Mega Dragonite. Nothing else to it. But a Hurricane. Speaking of lower accuracy, my goodness. Nah, but it's still a good move when it hits. Where was this from again? I keep forgetting. I think it's maybe Sword and Shield. What? Aqua Jet? Aqua Jet? What was that about? You're getting overconfident! I get it, but what are you doing? Don't you taunt me like that. Oh, look at that, though. That damage. What the hell was that damage? Ugh. Well, yeah, I gotta do Ice Beam. I'd rather it hit than... Okay. What was that about? Come on. Nah. Don't get my hopes up like this. May not win this yet. Now, Masquerada here, Hurricane is indeed the best idea. Ice Beam is also super effective. Choose Aqua Jet to break the multi-scale? Ooh. What is multi-scale? I forget what that is. It's what... Oh, hold on. No. I wanted to see the summary. I'll take a look at it another time. What did that ability do again? Let me take a look at it, actually. It must have something to do with the damage I just received right now. Ooh, triple axle only hit once. Reduces damage taken from damage dealing moves by half when at maximum HP. Okay, that was very smart then. You're not being cheeky like I thought. They weren't being cheeky, I mean. We did get them to be down to their last Pokemon, which is good. I think Draco Meteor is the thing to do now, though. We gotta hit maximum damage as much as we can. We did well not using it there. I think this is a good setup for Dragonite / Mega Dragonite. But yeah, multi-scaled. Yeah, that's quite powerful right there. Okay. Let's hope Draco Meteor hits really hard here. I mean, hit really hard. There's gotta be a one-hit KO, otherwise we're not winning this. I don't think we're winning this. After this, let's go for a Dragon Pulse. Oh yeah, Hurricane only has 70 accuracy. Yeah, that's the thing with Hurricane. It's a gamble a lot of the time. I still think it's overall a good move to have on the setup. And it was proven here. It was a good hit against Masquerada. We're taking a gamble a lot of the time with some of the moves we use anyway. Sometimes even with 100 accuracy, you're taking a gamble. You don't know if they're holding a Bright Powder. Not necessarily, I think, but yeah. Okay. Well, we wanted to maybe switch the team anyway. Let's take a look at that. No, not Train, my bad. Not right now anyway. Yeah, we're reaching the end of the recruitment periods for these. Hisuian Typhlosion. I'm gonna keep it there for now. For now, we go back to Team 1. I'm so tempted to go and look for more to recruit. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm curious to see what comes up. Probably a temporary recruit. You never know, I might find a Sinnis chat. The moment I do, that's a permanent recruit right there. Immediately. Yeah, because with this amount of quick coupons... Why would we use a ticket? That's what these things do. That's what these things do. Okay. Then let's try that. Let's try that. I'll keep the other one for now, though. This is a difference maker, huh? Okay. I wonder what those things actually did. I didn't read it until now. Yeah, Frostlass, Mimikyu. I think it's gonna be Mimikyu. Rotom again. Hisuian Sorork! Oh, but Hisuian Sorork, though. Ah, this one is fun. Incineroar, Greninja, Holucha, Cleavar, Ditidini, Gyarados. Interesting moveset. I think I would still insist on a flying move, unless I Mega Evolve it. Then it's a dark move instead of a... But yeah, and yeah, there's no... Yeah, both Rain Dance and Dragon Dance. There's something to be said about that. I can't decide between Sorork and Mimikyu here, though. Play Raw Phantom Force, Leech Life, Sword Stance. Hisuian Sorork to bamboozle people, though, might be nice. I don't know if I actually prefer Hisuian Sorork over regular Sorork. Univance Sorork, you might say. Bit of Malice, Comopance. Let me see. Let me get reacquainted with those moves completely. Those darts are side by one stage. User retaliates, yeah, to the 100% took around opponent's movement into icy wind. Yeah, with the low speed we have here, not that low actually, but low-ish speed it may be good. Hyper voice. Yeah, ability illusion. I'm gonna go for Hisuian Sorork because I can easily train a Mimikyu in Legends CA or Violet if I want one. Whereas I don't have Legends Arceus. Or any other game that has Hisuian Sorork, so I'll get this one. I'll still make it be a trial recruitment though. Gotta keep those box spaces in mind. Now, are we actually adding Sorork to that team, to any of those teams though? That's the question. I think we want to. Who is getting replaced though? Well, actually the team we just did, Hisuian Typhlosion, would be replaced by Hisuian Sorork. What to give you for the item though? What were our moves again? Bit of Malice Comeuppance, Icy Wind, Hyper Voice. A Lumberry, a good old Lumberry. To avoid status conditions too much, maybe. It's good to avoid sleep if we can. But if we were to put it on this team, I think he should replace Rhyperior actually. Let's give it a try and see how it feels. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. We continue leaning towards the Hexmania. That's a good reason why. Very well, very well. Let's continue in single battles, but now with that team. Yeah, okay, let's go for that. Let's see what music we get this time. Through the generations, through the generations. We're gonna have more generations here show up. Gen 1 hasn't shown up, Gen 2 has shown up, Gen 3 hasn't shown up. Yeah, not even either Kanto or Hoenn, right? Gen 4, not here yet, I think. I forget. Let me pay attention now to the battle at hand here. Do we want to try Meganium here? Because there's some advantages. I think, yeah, there's a lot of advantages on Meganium. 4 Pokemon there are weak to Meganium in some way, although one of those has flying as well. I want to try Sorork. Yeah, this is going to be the team. Screw it. I want to do this team. For the fun of it. Because I need to insist on Spiritomb. Until we get that badge. There it is, though. There it is. Johto Gen 4. Alright. Alright. Meganium immediately has all the advantages. How do we want to start this, though? We should do Dazzling Gleam. We should do Dazzling Gleam, I think. Not Solar Beam. Especially if they switch out. To a Dragon type, which I don't think they will, but it depends on what they chose. I was not expecting Mega Tyranitar, actually. I was actually not expecting that. It's gonna be quite the tank, though. Gonna receive quite the damage, but it's gonna take a lot of that in. What is that? Tightening its focus. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That breaks the focus, right? Because it's a focus punch and... Ugh! What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Okay, wait, I think we still want to insist on Dazzling Gleam. I think Synthesis would have less power, recovery power because of the Sandstorm, right? Or am I thinking of Morning Sun, or it's both? Ooh, critical hit! Came a bit too late, but alright. I'm gonna go ahead and count that as a win. I think it's a genuine forfeit, maybe? I'll count that as a win. I think it's okay. They had a 6-win streak, so I don't know. Close to rank 3. Did we make it to rank 3 in doubles? I think we did. We continue like this, though. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Focus Punch in a long time either. You want to try that with a Bright Powder, maybe? You want to try that with some other setups? I don't know. I don't see myself ever using Focus Punch. I can never feel like I have a good way to use it. I mean, in the double battles where the other Pokemon has lower accuracy, there's some setups potentially. But anyway, here. Once again, I feel like it's a decent argument to start with Meganium, although I don't know. Perhaps Starmie instead. No, actually, Superstar here has some decent arguments. I keep calling it Superstar, I haven't actually given it the nickname here, but yeah. Spiritomb, we insist on Spiritomb, and I think... Yes, I think it's Incineroar. As fun as it is to get Hisuian Zoroark in there, we do it this way. They may suspect a Pokemon is Hisuian Zoroark anyway, even without Zoroark being in the party in the first place. That's that. Okay. Speaking of Hisuian, there's Hisuian Samurott. Beautiful Pokemon it is as well. Yes. Alright. The record continues to stay so freaking even. 4-4 now. This is actually the 10th battle overall. There was just one we didn't count. Because it didn't seem right. Samurott, okay. We can do Thunderbolt here, but I wonder if we want to switch out instead. I don't think so. Or do we? I think we have to risk it with Thunderbolt. Very well. Sanda! Borto! Decent damage. Good enough damage. Considering... Ooh, yes, paralysis, okay. I think that's the first time ever out of all the times we've used Thunderbolt in every single Pokemon Champion stream we've done where paralysis has come in. Okay then. Moichido. Moikai. Sanda! Borto! Yosha, Lucky! Lucky dazen. Here we are in Gen 4, by the way. We had Johto last time in Gen 4 and now Sinnoh. That makes sense. That works for me. I do love this battle team. Works so well. They all fit so well, even if it's the 8-bit ones. You would think they maybe feel a bit... I don't know. They don't feel like they're coming out of the game exactly. They don't feel natural, but they do. They all do. So far, anyway. Let's see if we try a Curse with Spiritomb. Thank goodness that Thunderbolt thing worked well. I get the feeling maybe both of their Pokemon have a disadvantage against Starmie right here. Could be. Salazzle indeed does. Salazzle has all the disadvantages. Chibi Salazzle, small girl. I think we want to try Psychic here. We could switch out to a Dark type. Bamboozle me, but Psychic is preferable because it may lower defenses. Special defenses, that is. I could see it having a weakness policy. Is weakness policy in this game? I don't remember. If it is, I should buy it. If I haven't bought it yet. No, I looked for it and I didn't find it. And I wasn't sure if it was like a thing you get in the later rank somehow. I don't know. Anyway. Psychic power. Good one-hit KO. I was thinking there was gonna be a Focus Sash there somewhere, maybe. Or maybe even a Berry. I could see as a lasso holding whatever berry mitigates ground damage. I'll count that as a win. I think that's a win for sure. Good stuff, good stuff. More wins with Starmie and Spiritomb. Alright. We got lucky with we got a bit lucky with the Hisuian Samurott right there. That really helped right there. The move not hitting, you know. It's not the paralysis that came in, but it's the move that just didn't hit. Because I think it was a dark move. That's the right thing to do against Starmie anyway. out of what you have right there. As long as they're having fun, I hope they're having as much fun as I am. I'm having fun either way, Tajigen, and I hope you are as well. Let's see how this next battle goes. Exe. With this set up, I think there's a lot of merit for Mega Green, Meganium. There's the big risk of getting Glimora at the start with Meganium, but what about Hisui and Sorork? What about Hisui and Sorork? I don't think so. Comeuppance. I don't see myself using Comeuppance. Maybe I want to recruit permanently and change it. Do we want to risk it with Meganium? No, best to risk it with Superstar, maybe? This times like these make me wish I had a nice beam there instead. With those 2 dragon types in there. We try with Starmie again at the start. There's a few advantages here and there against some Pokemon in that party. Then it's these 2, I think. Let's try it that way and see where it takes us. Though I still wish to have 6v6, you know, in this game. I will never stop appreciating what 3v3 does. Having to make the decision, right? Having to strategize it. So much fun. So much fun to think about it. Even if I'm being more casual about it sometimes and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Even though we still have 20 seconds in the timer. For example, they don't. They don't have that time in the timer. But yeah, you know, just let's just do these 3 and see how it goes. But if anything, that's part of the fun, arguably. What happens now? It starts it, right? It force picks for them. I think. I don't know, because I've yet to find out the hard way. I don't want to find out the hard way. What happens when I let the timer expire or when it expires for me. Okay. Thank goodness we didn't start with Meganium. We should try Psychic then, not Surf. I could see them switch into a Dark type though. But I mean, with Glimora, you want to leave it out and have it just... Okay. If it's a Dark type, that's too bad. That's too bad. At least Surf would have done some damage, you know? Should we try Thunderbolt here? I think we don't. I think we switch out as well. I think we switch out too. Now, Meganium in this case has all the type advantages against Hisui and Samurott right there. Mega Meganium. Mega Green. Oretachi Mega. Mega. That's a lot of damage. Oh, it scatters spikes all around. Yeah, and then with Glimora. That's a lot going on right there. I think we want to try... I almost want to do Earth Power. You know, just expecting the switch out to Glimora there, but... It's got to be Solar Beam then. Let's give it a try and see where that takes us. If it's Glimora, it can do some decent damage right there. Dragonite. Oh, damn it. Okay. They predicted my move well, I guess. Dazzling Gleam would have been good, but alright. Solar Beam is gonna be so resisted, even if it's a high power move. Thanks for the offer, Gore. We're not doing any viewer battles. Look at that. 10% damage. It's alright though. Let's do Dazzling Gleam then. They're probably gonna do a flying move, and I expect this Dragonite is gonna Mega Evolve. Let's see though. At some point, I'm gonna get used to Mega Meganium here more than I get used to it in Legend CA. I'm done with Legend CA. Like, we really have finished everything there is to do there. All the stuff I was doing after the stream, off the stream. Okay, Fire Blast makes sense too. Yeah, and with how much damage we had, that's enough to make it faint. But, what was I saying? Yeah, the Pokédex completion, all of that. We're pretty much done with it. Too bad I don't have an ice move here. Anyway, we want to try this with Spiritomb. Do I want to curse you? I'm gonna curse you because it's fun to do it. But yeah. There's still things I could do in Legend CA that are so worthy to do because it's kind of easier to go for shinies there than it is in other games. Oh, actually, did I have some new shinies I needed to transfer to Pokemon Home? Maybe I did? Or no, I think I transferred them. When I transferred the last Pokemon I needed to complete the dex there for Shiny Volcanion. Feels like they made it a bit too easy though, in my humble opinion, to get shinies in that game. I don't know. Anyway, we gotta try Shadow Sneak. I expect they'll switch out to Samurott. Samurott might be the best choice right there. But yeah, now what I want to do is go back to Pokemon Violet, and there begin a transfer that sees completion of a living dex from Scarlet and Violet in Pokemon Home. The thing is, I need Scarlet to be able to actually complete that, but as many as I can, you know, will make a difference. Khaiden is the big one I'm gonna miss because I don't expect anybody will trade it to me permanently. Nor is it needed. It will be worth doing though. And while I'm there, maybe train a Sinistcha. Or two. Let's see. Yeah, because I think we want to try... I can see them switching out. Screw it, let's do Psychic though. Yeah, I can see why they wouldn't switch out either. Against Hisuian Samurott, Thunderbolt is indeed the way to go. Yes, thank goodness for the leftovers. They help against the damage we just got from the spikes. Whatever Glimora is going to set up is not going to matter to me anymore. If Glimora even comes out again. Alright. Let's see who moves first. Samurott a little bit small. Because this Starmie used to be an alpha. Yosh! Sanda! Bordo! That's more damage than I thought it would be. Beautiful. Nice special attack damage right there. Ceaseless Edge. Seize! Seize with your edge. You edgy boy. You edgy girl. It's ceaseless. Cease and desist. My goodness. That was closer than I thought it would be. Not too shabby. We keep an even record somehow. The record keeps evening out some way or another, huh? Alright. We continue with single battles, I think. No reason to change, I think. Let's go on with it. Considering changing the setup a little bit maybe, but I'll continue insisting on Spiritomb so that I get the badge. It's only if I win, but all the more reason to keep insisting on it, I think. I don't know. I love Spiritomb just way too much. That's the thing. Here though. What's set up to use? I don't think we go for Meganium. Not at the start anyway. We could use some of its advantages there. Bam 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 bam. Meganium is to be heavily considered, but before that I want to go for Superstar again. But yeah, there's some decent advantages there. Then I'm seriously considering using Ice Beam instead of Recover though, with Starmie here, with my Superstar. But the other Pokemon, Spiritomb. I feel there's some merit to Incineroar, but I'm not sure. Or Hisuian Sorork, maybe. Hisuian Sorork. Let's see how this team feels here. Let's do it and maybe bamboozle them with Hisuian Sorork. The thing is, you're better off using Hisuian Sorork as your first Pokemon out, maybe? Oh well. It cannot pretend to be a non-fainted Pokemon, right? Or it cannot pretend to be one of the Pokemon I didn't choose. Like, it could pretend to be Meganium even though I didn't choose it. Now, that would make it more powerful. But no. I don't think that's it. Bam, ba, bam, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. That is Kalos, right? Gen 6. Okay. See, I don't have Psychic, so... This is not the way to go. Let's see here. Well, let's see what Sorork does. If it looks like a Starmie, it's gonna be really funny. It's probably gonna break the illusion soon anyway, because we're gonna get hit with something. No illusion. Okay. I feel like maybe it works better if I have it out first. That's the way to do it. Next time we use Zoroark, let's have it out first. That's the way we want to do it instead. Do we want to try Spiritomb then? Superstar unfortunately has all the disadvantages in the world. Nah, we are completely gonna get destroyed in this battle, I think. I don't care though. Curse it is! If I'm back against the wall, what else am I gonna do but curse you? Let's go. I have nothing left to lose in this battle anymore. Jeez, that sounded more depressing than I thought it would. No, but it feels like I don't. Okay. Primarina. The thing is, Spiritomb might fare better against Primarina than against Meowscarada. That's what it feels like anyway. Yeah, with Hisui and Zoroark, he's just gotta be out first. Why didn't he do Illusion though? Because he was gonna try to mimic Starmie, but Starmie was already out, right? Otherwise, I should have pretended to be Spiritomb. If that is the case, then I'm glad I did a trial recruitment. I'm not gonna keep Zoroark permanently. If it can be like that. Let's try Shadow Sneak. Because I figured they might not switch out. I could have seen them maybe doing that. Though they have a big advantage right there. If this ends up being 5-6, then let's do our best to ensure that it's 6-6 at least. Make Palpatine happy. Order 66. Alright, at least against Primarina I have an advantage. This tells me I want to leave here now. Go to the training room and replace that recovery with an Ice Beam. I feel like I must insist on that. Anyway, Sanda! Borto! Because we just had that unfortunate situation against Meowscarada. We want those two counters. We want the two counters right there, I think. Alright. Let's do Thunderbolt again, no reason not to, I think. Or no, never mind, I forgot Curse. Right. I was gonna finish the job right there against Primarina. I would love to have a team here also. With the 3 Alola starters. Yes, I should get myself Desi, Dwai, and Primarina. Ugh, but the spaces in the box! The box spaces, man. I gotta try to recover here. The box spaces, though. I gotta be selective. What other regions starters would I do this with? That's 3 box spaces. I already have Incineroar, Decidueye, Primarina. That's gonna be 3 in total. That's gonna be 2 more. I could train them actually. Instead of waiting for a recruit, I could train them in Violet. That's the beauty of it. All the starters from previous generations being there. And that was very kind of them to introduce the Gen 8 starters also there. I'm still surprised they have the Gen 8 starters, you know, in the whole Terrarium post-game thing where you can catch all the starters from previous games. For the Gen 8 starters to be there, that's a surprise. That's very kind of Game Freak. Because when you look at the legendaries, the 25 past legends, we did that recently, right? The 25 legends of the past. Was it last week that we did it? It feels like longer ago. Hold on, let me choose a decent party here. Maybe more decent than that last match. See if we do better here. Yes, it looks like Incineroar is a very good idea against a lot of these. And then... no, I don't think we do Meganium. We're not gonna do Zoroark, I think. What about Polteageist? We have yet to use Polteageist. I don't think we use Polteageist here. I think we do. Screw it. Let's see how this does. What was I saying? Yeah, they didn't do the legendaries from Gen 8. Like, either in Legend CA or Scarlet and Violet. Neither Gen 8 nor Gen 4. Because of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Sword and Shield, respectively. Oh, this is a bot, maybe. We might be against a bot. But yeah. They didn't do Eternatus, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina. They're not there. Not the Mythicals either. Manaphy and whoever the Mythical is for... Wait, actually, what is the mythical Pokemon for Gen 8? I'm curious now. It wasn't Sarah Aura, was it? Let me check quickly. Let me just like do it while we're in the middle of the battle here. A critical hit against Snorlax. Let's go. What are the Gen 8 mythical Pokemon? Sarud. Right. Sarud. Okay. I don't know why Sierra Aura and Sarud have a similar vibe to me. Something about them feels similar. It's gotta be Flare Blitz against Holucha. Aerial Ace. Well, I'll take that bot match. It's okay. It counts as a win if I win here, because you can still lose against them. You can still lose. So definitely count as a win. Nice, Quick Claw. Let's go. Yes, I think perhaps we leave here and remove Recover from Starmie. Just because I've yet to use it doesn't mean it's a bad idea. We just have more counters, perhaps more utility. We make some other Pokemon more utilitarian. Utilitarian. Okay, time for a close combat again. Quick Claw, let's go! That's all there is to it. Man, Quick Claw really is beneficial to Incineroar. It's great when it comes through. Okay, 1%. Was that a focus item? Yeah, because if it has double weakness against Fairy... You know, I think bot teams don't hold any items. That may not... No, that was not a focus sash or something. Focus band, focus sash. I forget which is which sometimes. Well resisted, my dear Incineroar. Okay, nice win. Let's actually exit here and... because I want to consider changing some moves here. Maybe not just for Starmie, but for others. Alright, the VP is welcome. All the stuff we're getting is welcome, of course. Let's get some rewards here. Stuff from the Battle Pass. Oh, we got ourselves a Gengar. Now, that's 2 Gengars I have. But it may not be a bad idea to have 2 of them, just like we have 2 Starmies. I may release one of those back to the ranch. How do we get the other Gengar again? It must have come from the ranch, right? Which one is which? Let me see. Right. This is different. Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, Destiny Bond. Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Substitute. Not a bad team. Curse Body. We also have Curse Body with this one. But I want to give it another ability if this one is going to be different, right? Mostly, if I have 2 of the same Pokemon on here, I'm going to have one be for singles and one be for doubles. I hope they introduce Monotype as an option one day. As a game mode in itself, you know? But okay. Now I want to try a Monotype battle just for the fun of it. And to see how it feels. You know what? I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it in casual battle. Let's see. We have that Gengar there. Let's have Polteageist here. Let's have Gourgeist. I haven't used this Gourgeist in forever, actually. Aegis Slash. Somebody needs a Mega Evolution Stone, I'll tell you that. I might give it to Gengar right there. Do we have the Gengar right? We probably do. Well, Hisuian Zoroark is a Ghost type, so we're done here. Let's give held items. I know exactly what I'm giving Polteageist right here. Yeah, let's do that as the next match. Let's have a different match. I may change my mind about changing that Recover into an Ice Beam or something like that. Want to give Gourgeist here? I think Leftovers is actually a better idea, maybe. Is that what we want to do, though? Fire Blast, Mystical Fire, Power Whip. Actually, I want to change one of those into maybe Trick or Treat. Wait a minute. Those EVs. What's up with those EVs? We need to go into the training room. Anyway, Aegis Slash. Iron Hurricane Shield, Solar Blaze, Sacred Sword. I'm gonna end up just using 3 of these, but we still want to think about this party as best we can. Oh yeah, Aegis Slash, Shell Bell. Let's do. And Gourgeist is gonna get Lumberry. No, somebody else is holding that already. No, Spirit Tomb should be holding a Citrus Berry. And you are indeed gonna get those leftovers, my friend. What are we gonna do about those EVs right there? Well, for now, this is the team, except we should have a Gengarite. Do we have a Gengarite? If not, we can buy the one right away, I think. I think we do, though. We do not. We do not. Let's go buy that. We have a bit of housekeeping to do here first. Let's go shop and do that first. I might want to buy some other Mega Stones. Just the sooner we have them, better. Actually, do we want to buy anything else? I think not. Oh, you know what? No. They give a Gengarite on the pass too, right? Best if I just wait for that, so even if I don't have any Mega Pokemon on this team, it's okay. No. We're gonna set it up that way. Or maybe instead of Gengar, it's Rotom, but... Gourgeist. What's up with these EVs? I think... it should be special attack that gets maxed out, except it's gonna be attack. No, we changed the nature. Here's the thing, though. Fire Blast, Mystical Fire. Are there any physical fire moves? There aren't. Alright. Then we set up something else. I wanted to insist on Trick or Treat. Brutal Swing is what I have set up with my my Gourgeist in Legend CA, but that's a different story. Mystical Fire. Mostly a counter against some Pokemon might be a good idea here. I wonder if Protect would be good. Maybe not. Moonblast. The problem is it's not physical. Confused Ray, Curse. We want to try a very different setup than this one, I think. Leech Seed has potential. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know about this. If we do Leech Seed, I feel like we're gonna insist on Protect. Screw it, let's do it like this now. Let's do it like this and see how it feels. We do it this way. Stat alignment quiet. We want attack increased. At the expense of what? Special attack? Adamant is good, I think. That'll do. That's why we should insist on not having any special moves there. Might not even choose Gourgeist on this next battle, but we'll see. Who else do we want to change here? E.g. Slash, maybe? I think not. But then Gengar. I'll keep Gengar as it is. The replica teams, I've yet to take a look at that. I should consider it. It just depends if I have the Pokemon, I think. I think that's how it worked. So, actually, instead of Gengar, we do Rotom. And then you, Rotom, you can hold... What can you hold? A Quick Claw, maybe? I don't know. Bright Powder. Let's do that. Good old Bright Powder. There it is. At long last, we actually did a Ghost Monotype team. Let's do it in casual battles, though. Let's see how it feels. What do we want to do here? Double battles. Let's do it in double battles and see how it feels. Then yeah, I think like setting things up with Gourgeist, with Leech Seed and things like that might actually work out. Trick or Treat works out better too. Everybody on my team benefits from that. Alright. Let's see how this feels. Quite a few Psychic types in there. Good for my Ghost types. Alright, let's see. Do I want both T-Guys right away? I think I want to try... There's gotta be Hisuian Sororg out first. Along with Gourgeist? I'm not necessarily gonna insist on Spiritomb here. Let's have both T-Geist and let's have... Do we want to do Rotom? Do we want to do... I need somebody to be able to hit those normal types right there. And... And I feel like perhaps Spiritomb can be one of those that can hit them. Icy Wind. Wait, who got Icy Wind? Sororg. Might be good against Drampa. Because, yeah, I noticed there's a lot of Psychic types. Good advantage, but at the same time... Two of those are normal types. There's Drampa. I think... Okay. It said go Sorork. It doesn't show as Sorork for them, right? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Alright. We gotta try Icy Wind here then. And Goregeist should do Phantom Force against Meowstick. Otherwise, I'm thinking Leech Seed would be such a good idea. Mega Drampa, okay. Let's try an Icy Wind from Spiritomb, except it's not Spiritomb, is it? This is the fun of Sorork. Psychic Terrain. It's gonna protect it against things like Leech Seed, maybe. Does it protect it against Phantom Force? I forget how Psychic Terrain works exactly. Okay. At least it lowered their speed, so there's that utility there. Phantom Force. Let's hope it works as it should. Flamethrower. Nice. That would have been for Goregeist, it makes sense. I think maybe we want to do... Well, Comeuppance is not a good idea because their speed got lower, right? Do we want to insist on Icy Wind again? I'm gonna try Hyper Voice, see how it feels. Yawn, okay. Yeah, we got protected by the Psychic Terrain. So that's protection as well. I think Leech Seed would not have gone through with that. Ugh, Berserk, that's not good, that's not good. Special attack increasing for Drampa. Nice, I'm glad Phantom Force hit well. Beautiful, Goregeist, beautiful, beautiful thing that you are. Oh my god, I just remembered. I had a dream the other day, may have been last night actually, where somehow there was this option in Legend CA or maybe in another game where I can take away... I get a great reward out of it. I forget what the reward was, but I got a great reward out of it. Where I can take an alpha Pokemon and I can take what makes them an alpha away from them, but at the expense of them not being an alpha anymore. So I did that with my Goregeist. We got in Legend CA. It stopped being an alpha. But then I'm like, oh no, now it's so much smaller than before, and I missed it being an alpha. Now I feel bad. Ooh. Yeah, that was an interesting dream. Alright, here. Hyper Voice again, I guess. I don't know, Icy Wind is good to lower Conkeldur's speed, I guess. We want to try Shell Smash. We still want to try the good old Shell Smash setup. Might backfire, but we'll see. Icy Wind again. They have already figured out that Sorork for sure with Hyper Voice. Most likely they figured it out. I may not have figured it out had it been me though, on their side. Alright. White Herb doesn't undo the stat boosts either, right? It just helps with the stat debuffs. Ugh, it had to be a crit, huh? But I knew what I was getting into. So now I'm gonna bring out Spiritomb and... Okay, the disguise is gonna be destroyed anyway. It's alright. Otherwise it's like, wait, how do you do 2 Spiritombs? Can you do that in casual battles? Because there's the same species clause, I think, but I'm not sure. Well done, Sorork. Well done. I didn't figure we were winning this battle. Yes, we should do another casual one, but now in singles. With these ghost types. We should do it this way, I think. Bam, 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 bam. Why not? Let's try Shadow Sneak on... Oh, shoot! I messed up. Oh well. Good thing it's a casual battle. Oh, and they were protected by Psychic Terrain anyway. Oh, it wouldn't have hit Conkeldurr either. Okay. No, the only thing we can do here is Poltergeist and Foul Play. And if it's against Drampa, it's only Foul Play we can choose. Against Conkeldurr, the best idea is only Poltergeist. You would think Poltergeist has Poltergeist, but no. Alright, alright. Notice we didn't really get hit with any dark moves or ghost moves. We didn't have those type disadvantages. Alright. Let's try singles now in casual with that Hexmaniac team. Hexmania also has Psychic coming to play, okay? It's supposed to be. They lean more into the ghost type of the ghost side of things for decent reasons. Even in Gen 6 when they introduce Hexmaniac as we know them, Because it was there before, but as we know them now, with the goth baddies that are such an inspiration in my life. Even back then in Gen 6, there weren't as many ghost types as there were later, so more limitations maybe. Since Ghost and Psychic are my top 2 favorite types, I prefer it that way though. Olympia's Gym, we had a clip about that. Olympia's Gym is just so perfect, so perfect. Can we have it like with Bede and Marnie, where they become successors of a gym, and I would be happy to take that over eventually when Olympia retires. Who knows? Who knows if one day she will. Okay, what to choose here though? Do we want to try Gore Guys? Because I think we do. Perhaps. Let's try Gore Guys and see where it takes us. Or we start with... I don't think I'm going to use Sorork. Poltegeist. But we should start with Poltegeist then. It's best to have it as this first Pokemon. And... the last Pokemon is actually going to be Aegislash. Let's see how it feels. Let's see how that feels. Yeah. We used nearly all the timer there. I was also yapping. It wasn't so much the decision making, but the yapping. Alright. Ooh, look at those badges. Lucario Professor. Okay, I'm guessing that's the title you get when you have the 3 stars with someone. That's what I'm gonna get into. That's what I want to get to eventually with Starmie and Spiritomb, especially Spiritomb. Yeah. That's the way we gotta do it. Alright. Shell Smash time. Let's do it. Na. Look at that beautiful, shiny Mega Dragonite. Those are the colors right there. Those are the colors. Maybe I should try to shiny hunt a Dratini or a Dragonair in Mega Dimension in Legend CA and get myself a Mega Dragonite here. If I do, the Dragonite I have already is gonna get released into the range. I think that's the way we gotta do it. Okay, hopefully Shell Smash helps with this. With speed, so that we move faster, we're able to hit it hard. The question is, do we want to do Shadow Ball or Stored Power? That's the question, I'll do Stored Power and see how it feels. Okay. Let's see what they switch into. Hippowdon. I wasn't expecting a switch out. What's up with that? Okay. Sandstorm. Probably because of the Sandstorm. That's a good strategy. To ensure my Poltegeist is gonna faint from it, with the little health it has left. Yeah, it may still faint. Let's try Shadow Ball next. That's the way we're gonna do it. Oh, Strength Sap. I'm silly. Should have done that. Oh well. Maybe on the next Pokemon, but we're gonna faint from here. I don't know. No, it may have been a good idea to do damage. Wow, 1 HP. Okay, wait. Let's try that. Let's see if it's able to hit here. Strength Sap. Okay, that's a good idea, King's Shield. Yeah. I was gonna do that. We had Shadow Ball, super effective. Oh, it goes through. Nice. Perfect, because we also lowered this attack. Let's go. This is the way. Oh, let's go. Okay, we should do Shadow Ball. Wow. It's different, I guess. It's not an attack in the traditional sense. So even King's Shield maybe protect also doesn't protect you from it. Wow, well defended. Strength Sap. Is Strength Sap coming into play? This setup with this Poltegeist, this is why I use it. Oh, I'm gonna be after that Poltegeist patch for sure. Wow. Did you see the difference maker that was though? Strength freaking Sap. Wow. No. We are not ever changing this setup for Poltegeist. I don't think so. Right. You had Aegislash, I have Aegislash too. Because Gorgeist would be at a disadvantage against Dragonite. Or I could try Trick or Treat and then we would have super effective damage with Aegislash, but too late now. Also, Aegislash will not receive damage from the Sandstorm, so there's that advantage. Let's do that, actually, speaking of which. So it receives the Sandstorm damage. What a great match. What a great match this is. Oh, and now it's subsided? Okay. Never mind. Well, it's gotta be Iron Head. There's nothing else to it. If we hit it first... We're not gonna hit first now. It would have had the chance to make it flinch. But no. Very well then. Maybe I should consider Swords Dance. I don't think we're gonna do a lot of damage here. Yeah, that's what I expected. Thank goodness for the Shell Bell. Well, you should consider Sword Dance, but... Oh. I'm gonna count it as a win. This could have gone either way, but okay. Wow, the Strength Sap! The Strength Sap set up, are you kidding me? Win 50 battles using Ghost-type Pokemon? We got a badge. We got one of the badges we were looking for. We got the Ghost-type badge. I need to get the PNGs for that. Use it in the future Pokemon Champion stream. Oh yes, oh yes. But first... Oh, there was a mission to win a casual battle, nice. Membership missions, that's a different story. I have them ready, just need to claim membership, I'm not gonna do that. Nice, we got the Ghost Badge though. Truly, and it's only fitting that we did that with a monotype Ghost team. It's true, Hexmania. Ghost type Elite 4 member, I love that. Oh, actually, let's see what the next achievement is for that. Ghost type, Ghost type. Oh no, that's the next one. That's the next one. I just became Ghost type Gym Leader. Ghost type Elite 4 member. The same badge with gold around it. I like it. Right. I misread that. Then, yeah, let's check the profile. Let's put it right there. My first badge, because that's actually the first one we get. Yes, I'll gladly put this badge in there. Ah, so beautiful. I love badges so much. I need the PNG of that. I cheekily want to, like, find it now. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Maybe, let me see. Pokemon Champions badge PNGs, maybe? No, I think not. Pokemon Champions badges. There's a page like in Cerebi.net. Yeah, I can use this one for this one. For the Pokemon ones, they don't have a PNG for all of them because it would be a lot of them. They have a PNG that has a blank space on it. So, like, I would need to maybe modify that in Photoshop or something, but yeah. That's a different story. But I can indeed get a PNG for this. Oh, but it's not transparent, I think. Or it's not showing up as transparent. That's weird. Is it transparent? Let me see something here. I gotta make a folder because I actually have like an exclusive folder on my pictures folder for badges. Let me see. I'm going to do a few things here. Give me a second. I'm doing some housekeeping. Since I'm sorting my folders a little bit here. Just to ensure things are properly organized. I do like to keep this organized if possible. It pays off quite well. Oh, it does mean I'm gonna have to reload some assets on BC Face because I'm moving some folder locations. But that's okay. But yeah, the silver ghost type badge. Let me have a look at this. Give me a second. Don't mind me looking a bit different for a moment, or maybe dropping a frame or two. Actually, some of these assets I need to like remove completely. I'm not gonna use them again. Anyway, Pokemon badges. Okay, this is transparent. Eventually, I'll need to have that Spiritomb badge, but there it is. Yes, I think you can see it, even if it's small. It being there is important. That's what we needed. Very nice indeed. Okay. Well, that Polteageist moveset really is goated. Or at least it's just great. Shell Smash and Store Power, great combo. Then Shadow Ball and then Strength Sap, just beautiful, just beautiful. That's the way to do it. But yeah, do I want to give an Ice Beam to Starmie right here? Is that what I'm gonna do? Hello, Caleb not saying. You're not the same Caleb as before, are you? Anyway, oh yeah, we got this one from home. Transfer from Legend CA. Same with you. I'm gonna train some Pokemon in Violet. I gotta do it. No? Okay. Yeah, sorry if I mistake you. We got another Caleb here. But yeah, welcome to the stream here. Also, hopefully nobody's being interrupted by ads. We did forget to run an ad or two. Oh, you see that now? Yeah. Also, let me check something here. Dun, 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 dun. Even red too? Ah, there you go. It works out, it's okay. But alright. You have clones. Well, you can think about it like Pokemon. Many Pokemon can be lookalikes, but there's smaller differences that matter a lot. Also, let's go recruit some more Pokemon because I want to try it. I'm not gonna use a ticket though. Grass type affinity ticket is the one I maybe want to go for. Do I want to do this still? Wait. Before that. Return. You doing any practice or viewer battles? I'm doing neither. Thanks for the interest, Caleb. Practice battles? Well, we're doing casual battles, if that's what you mean. Every battle is a casual one, so in some of them I practice, I guess. Yeah, I think I don't want to let go of Golurk. Machamp. I don't know what I want to do with you. Typhlosion. Man, I can't decide. I can't decide. That Infernape's moveset is so good looking though, although I'd change one of those to fighting. I think we will release Vanilluxe. That's all we're gonna do here. How much you know of VGC in general? I'm very casual. I approach it all very casually. Yeah, VGC, I don't know exactly what it means. To me, it's all competitive Pokemon. That's just the umbrella term I use here, I guess you could say. And I'm casual about it. Like, I care about the meta to an extent. Physical, special, super effective damage. Always use this utility move instead, those sorts of things. But I try to use my favorites only. I'm still aiming for a Spiritomb badge. So with that in mind, let's go back to this team. I am so in love with what we did with Poltegeist right here. I want to insist on using that more, but we'll see. I must insist. Let us see. Let us give it a try. I've done a lot of Pokemon Showdown as well, and that taught me quite a few things. But I was still very casual about that overall. Had it not been for Showdown, I think I would be even more ignorant about a lot of the meta, the things you gotta know going into Champions. Well, you don't have to. I don't. We have encountered a few players here and there that feel like they're casual. Hisui and Zoroark on their team also. Let's keep that in mind. I'll be going in heavy during Scarlet and Violet, so most of my modern knowledge of it. Okay. Sorry if I misread your message. Here, though, I feel like I see that took cannon right there. It makes me want to have... makes me regret not having a Rotom here. I think this is the team I want to try here. Let's see how this goes. Perhaps against that Clefable, not a good idea to have Spiritomb in there. But I must insist, I want to get the Spiritomb badge. To be honest, I played Gen 6 and 7, but never really deep understanding most Mega, so it's cool to get that mindset. Oh yeah. Alright. Clefable. We start the way we usually do with Poltegeist. If they suspect my Poltegeist to be a Hisui and Zoroark, I think their doubts will be dispelled the moment they see me do Shell Smash, if it goes through. Never mind, they would see it's an illusion now, wouldn't they? Thank goodness that was not a burn from that flamethrower. That means I wouldn't have used my White Herb with this Shell Smash. Pokemon Showdown is the one that taught me Shell Smash Poltegeist can be great, but I didn't realize how great Strength Sap can be. What happened there? Did the White Herb do its thing? I think Clefable is doing something here, but let's try Stored Power. You need to understand singles? Yeah, that's understandable. We've done both doubles and singles today. I am not getting out of the Grey Ball tier also because I keep alternating back and forth between them. But damn it, it's fun this way. Although we've done more singles than doubles today at this point. Counting those, you know, casual ones we just did. There's the Focus Sash. Okay. It's Hisui and Zoroark. Okay. We did well using Stored Power. Oh, Memento. I'm surprised they didn't do a ghost move on me. Memento. That's not good. Well, nothing we can do about it. Why did it feel like the white herb didn't go through earlier? I don't know. But well, Poltergeist is back to his regular attack and special attack. Special attack is the one we want to be concerned with. Do we want to try a Shadow Ball on you? Huh? Perhaps we want to try Strength Sap. Let's see how it feels. I'm gonna give this a try. Clefable wouldn't be a physical attacker though, I think. Let's see how this feels. Cosmic Power. I love the sound of that move though. Defense and special defense rose. That's not good. We're getting a wall here. Might try Curse with Spiritomb. Let's see how Shadow Ball feels, especially if he can lower its special defenses. That's what we want to try going for. We keep trying to go for that. It's not going to do any good to do it this way. It's going to do Wish or something. Nevertheless, Shadow Ball again. Maybe I should consider another Shell Smash. I don't know. Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball it is. They're thinking. They're thinking. We have good reason to think about this right now. Because I don't think I want to switch out. You've been trying out Simple Beam Mega Audino for lots of shenanigans. Simple Beam? What is that? Hyper Beam? Oh, Moonlight? Okay, okay. Why don't we try a cheeky little Shell Smash? Yeah, Curse with Spiritomb might be a good idea, but... Well, now that I did this, we have to insist on Shell Smash with Poltergeist. The Clefable Wall. That's what we're facing right here. I don't think Strength Sap is gonna do as well if we do it again. It depends on what damage your move is gonna use when it finally uses one. Yeah, the problem with Spiritomb, Curse is nice and everything, but... Yeah, then it might do a fairy move on me. Okay, Store Power didn't do that much, thankfully. Makes sense that it has that. What if I do my own Store Power too? Store Power was a Store Power, let's go! I think it did a little bit more damage than Shadow Ball, but Shadow Ball has the possibility of lowering its special defense, so I don't know. Let's try Strength Sap. This is an interesting battle. Oh, turns the Pokemon's ability to Simple, which doubles the effects of positive and negative stat effects. I have never heard of that. I think I've never heard of it. Whoa. It's not a new ability or something, is it? But okay, ooh, yeah. That can be a difficult one to work with. Alright, let's try Store Power and see how it feels instead of Shadow Ball. The more we lower his special defense, the better, but it's still a low chance. It's like trying to get paralysis out of Thunderbolt. Something like that. I should consider a Clefable with this moveset. Just because I get to have a Pokemon with a move called Cosmic Power. That's just on brand for me so much. So perfect. But okay, Cosmic Power, Moonlight, Moon Blast, was it? No, Store Power. I think I might switch to Spiritomb. What I'm afraid it's gonna do is that it's gonna do a fairy move. Store Power against Spiritomb is not gonna do anything. So I target my Mon or the opponents and I can cripple them with Intimidate, Parting Shot, Snarl, or give it to my Pokemon for a double... For an X2 double Sword Dance. Ooh. Okay. I don't think it's the time for that yet. Let's try Shadow Ball again. I think we want to switch to Spiritomb, but we want to time it in a certain way. There's that Stored Power. So yes, it would have been good to switch to Spiritomb already. Oh, it's been disabled now. Plus 4 EQ whenever. Remind me, what is EQ again? What did that mean again? Let's try Strength Sap though. We want to try sapping as much as possible. It's not going to be as much as before. Oh, Earthquake. Ah. Massive Earthquake, massive. An earthquake on the entire planet at that point. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. If it has Moon Blast, I should not... No, I can't switch to Spiritomb anymore. It's no longer a good idea. I just isn't. The problem is Spiritomb is gonna get destroyed by that Moon Blast, maybe. Even if I give it a curse. Ugh. Too bad Disable ended up disabling Stored Power. They just wanna want to do Moon Blast from here. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame. I had a nice advantage otherwise. Otherwise, I would love to switch out right now and give it a try, but Moonblast would be neutral against Incineroar, but I can't risk it. I don't want to lose my Polteageist either if I can, though. Do I? Feel like it's maybe okay to lose it? I'm gonna have to try it this way. Should have done some damage there, maybe. I mean, I must insist on recovering if I can, but should have done Shadow Ball. Would have been nice to lower special defense. They'll want to maybe switch out when Spiritomb comes up. The thing is, Moonblast is the best choice against Spiritomb right here. It's got to come down to Curse. Oh, Mega Evolving now. Okay. Then that Moonblast is gonna hit harder now. It's definitely gonna move before my Pokemon. It depends on what their ability is too. Well done, my dear Spiritomb, surviving that. We're gonna faint from the curse, I think, but the curse has been inflicted on Clefable now. So that already makes a lot of difference. We're down to Incineroar. If there's any time for a curse, that's the time right now. Should have switched earlier, I was just trying to time it too much, maybe I overweighted. Too bad. We could have still had Polteageist out here. I don't care though. I don't mind, not really. But alright. I'm gonna try Swords Dance then. Let's see if it goes through. They definitely have a big disadvantage here against Incineroar. Switching out might still be the best idea. Quick Claw, okay. Store Power can hit. Moonblast might still do some decent damage though. Yes, Gory, I would say Ghost is my main type, in many ways. I had that nice Ghost Monotype match. It was worth it. I want to do the same with a Psychic Monotype team. Funny, they both share the same disadvantages. Well, it's got to be Flare Blitz here, right? Moonlight. That's a good idea, actually. Considering everything, Moonlight is still a good idea. I'm only going to do so much damage from Flare Blitz, and I'm going to receive Recoil, actually. You know what? We need to Swords Dance again. We still only were able to do so much with that Curse. Fairy will be close to yours, Caleb. Nice. Also, you like Mimikyu? Let's go. Yeah. Gore over in YouTube, you main and use water types, but the 3 types that specialize in are water, ghost, and poison. Let's go. Yeah, if I were to say a third type, the third one is probably Fairy right there. Sometimes Dark takes over, sometimes even Electric takes over, but especially with people like Canary and Iono, I'm like, oh, fellow live streamers, especially Canary being dedicated to video games, you know? Screw it, let's do Swords Dance again. we gotta max it out as much as we can. What a battle of attrition. Curse is a good wall breaker, but also other things were going on here. We maximize that attack as much as we can. I feel like one of the 2 Clefables, either Mega or non-Mega, has an ability that prevents it from having status remain. Yeah, this is bad because Flare Blitz has recoil. Maybe I should have just done Darkest Lariat even if it's less damage. No. Even if I had hit Flare Blitz right there, it would have, the recoil might have been enough to make it faint. The Clefable wall, I'm taking some mental notes of it because Fairy being my third type, so to speak, if I have Clefable on a team, if I have a lovely lunatic like that on a team, that's the way we should do it. Maybe. Just so I can get to use Cosmic Power. That alone is enough for me. But yeah, I would love to do a monotype team for every type. I was saying this earlier, but box spaces. I have to be more selective. I think we can still maybe afford a Psychic-only team, just like we did a Ghost-only team. I don't think I have enough for a Psychic-only team, but we're close to it, actually. We're actually close to it. It's quite nice. A Fairy-only team, we're decently close. And yeah, if it comes to a Clefable, oh, look at that. Sinistcha on that team. Nice. Well, if that is the case, Polteageist again, then what to do with the other Pokemon? I think Starmie, maybe. Maybe not. I need that ice beam. Maybe I do need that ice beam after all. No, you know what? Perhaps Sorork. Do we just want to try Incineroar? Screw it, I'm gonna do Starmie. Let's see how it feels like this. But yeah, Clefable, just like it's in his chat right there, I can train it in another game, right? You got too greedy with Sword Stance? I feel like I have to give it a try because that Clefable was buffed AF. No, I felt like that was the best strategy there. We weren't doing enough damage otherwise. I don't know, we lose one way or another. Ugh! Intimidate, damn it. Alright. The white herb comes into play, unfortunately. Do we want to switch out here? No, we don't. But, screw it, let's do Shell Smash. We're off to a bad start already. I don't care. Where was this song from again? This might be one of the Champions' original only songs, right? It's not from one of the gens. We've still yet to hear any Gen 1 music. We've yet to hear any Gen 2 music. Either Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Let's do a curse. Let's curse you. Because I get to do it. Because I can. Throat Chop, okay. Wasn't expecting that for some reason. Well, what else would they do there? A neutral Throat Chop. The Darkest Lair is an idea too, but yeah. This is the Champion's default theme. Okay, I figured. Since I've yet to play Sword and Shield, something that may come from Gen 8 I may not recognize. Not quite. We gotta try Shadow Sneak here. Do as much damage as possible. Before the inevitable feint that is about to come up. We're down to only Starmie. Maybe I should have switched to Starmie after all. I don't know. It can go either way with this matchup. With this matchup. I don't mean match up the Pokemon. I do hope they do Little Cup one day. The only thing... I would love Little Cup in this game, but at the same time... You would need more box space. Because then, okay, I have Starmie, but then if I want to have Staryu... That's another box space. We already have 2 Starmies in the boxes right here. So, oh my goodness, yeah. Box spaces, man, box spaces. If anything, I can see them doing it even more so because they would want to encourage players to subscribe, give them their money so that they have indeed those more box spaces right there. Let's try Psychic. So lower special defenses, that's what I want to try to do. Maximize damage as much as possible, 50% exactly. Okay, Sanda Borto. Didn't expect anything less than that. Alright. Do we want to try doubles instead? Did we have Polteageist on the doubles team? Because I want to use Polteageist more. I've fallen in love with Polteageist all over again after what happened with that Strength Sap. Even with the way this battle went. No. I'm falling in love with Polteageist. Let's try one more singles. Depending on how it goes, we may go for doubles after this. I want to see if we can even the record again, at the very least. How many battles does that make? It's been 17 because there's one that didn't count towards the record there. That is a win, actually, but given the way it went, I don't think it counts as a win. Polteageist is better in singles than in doubles? Yeah, I can see that. Oh, no, yeah, no. My plan is... It still is. My plan is to have Sinistcha in doubles, Polteageist in singles. The 2 counterparts. Each on a different mode, right? Oh, yeah. But I still have yet to get a Sinistcha. I must insist on training it in Violet. I think that's a better way to do it. But anyway, here. Do we still want to insist on starting with Polteageist? Maybe I've become a bit too insistent on it. There's 2 Pokemon there that will have an advantage over it. Perhaps Superstar here. I think we try Superstar. Polteageist. I must insist on Spiritomb. I must insist. And so, let's see where it takes us. We might be against the bot. What was the name of this person? Yes, that might be a bot. Ooh, Caleb. Well, Caleb Kinning, that is. I have to specify which Caleb I'm talking about. With a 3-stream streak, let's go, Caleb. That's the entire week of streams right here. Nice. Thank you so much for coming so often here. Let's see then. Yeah, this is a situation in which maybe we want to switch out. I'd rather receive neutral damage here. Yeah, let's go, Caleb. Now I gotta say your full name, I feel. Sanda Burtu. We are not gonna do curse. Whether paralysis was gonna happen there or not, we're not gonna do curse. Let's do foul play. I don't know. Maybe Poltergeist was better? Actually, if it's a bot, I can expect maybe none of their Pokemon are holding an item. So I don't know. Actually, I'm curious. Let's see if it goes through. We're probably gonna have... Oh, Thunder Punch. Okay. Ever see Caleb Horus around here? I don't think so. They're not holding an item! Yeah. That's another sign it's a bot. The bots never hold an item. What is this? Ed and Eddie? Yeah. Gotta be Double D. Double D, Ed, and Eddie to tell them apart. Gotta get ourselves what was it, a Jawbreaker. Those Jawbreakers always look so good. Okay. Here. You know what? Let's do it. Double D's nuts. Ah! Got me. Got him. Alright. I think Curse was a good idea. Thank goodness the paralysis didn't go through. Right. We don't want to use Poltergeist here, but... We're at a disadvantage. See, you can lose against bots. This is something that can happen. I don't think we should do Poltergeist that much. It's clear to me. But... Is it, though? Is it? Thing is, Starmie here might be helpful against whatever the other Pokemon are gonna be. I'm gonna try Poltergeist and see how it feels. I don't know if I want to try Shell Smash. Screw it, let's try it. We gotta try it. We gotta try it. What was I gonna say though? I was gonna say something else. I forget. Lost my train of thought regarding other things. But yeah, I love Pokemon. I can tell you that much. Don't you lash out at me. Ow. That's what I figured would happen. Well, I think perhaps we do doubles now to see how it feels. I still insist Poltergeist, that said, is so solid for Poltergeist right there. Sadly, you know, unlike my Starmie in doubles, there's no Protect here because this right now would be such a great situation for Protect. But okay. It's gotta be Surf. Yes, I figured Starmie would move first, thank goodness. If that can be enough damage to make it faint, that makes a difference right there. Let's see who's next. Maybe it's the male Twitch equivalent to Bell? There was a stream of so many VTubers named Bell. Ooh. Yeah, I know of a few that are called that. Okay, Garchomp. Yeah, you know what? This is a freaking sign. This is a sign telling me, replace that recovery with Ice Beam. Although at the same time, it kind of is a sign that I should keep recover. Scary face. Yeah, speed harshly falling is not good. Who moves first then? Yes, we're not faster anymore. That's gonna hurt. Make it count, my dear Super Starmie. Oh my goodness. 2% left. Thank goodness for the leftovers. Yeah, we rely on the leftovers for health recovery and we give it Ice Beam instead. Stomping Tantrum. Don't you throw a tantrum like that. Stop being so childish. Wow. 1 HP clutch win against the bot. My goodness. What the hell was this fight? These are the thrills we come for, though. This is the clutchiest clutch I've ever had in the entire freaking game. Just from on numbers alone. Dude. Eisen, great to see you on the YouTube side. 1 HP. 1 freaking HP. Okay, wait. No. Let's see if we can cancel. I think I want that ice beam after all. We just go all in on offense. We do the Misty approach. She, who also has Starmie as her signature. If I challenge her gym, I would totally bring a Staryu or a Starmie. If it's a Staryu, I'm like, give me a Water Stone, Misty. Instead of the badge, give me the Water Stone. And then I'll challenge you again. Starmie versus Starmie. And only if I beat you with my Starmie do I get the badge. How about that? Special challenge. Might take me longer to get to the league, but it's the right way to do it. It's kind of funny because you can have something like that. It could be like, let's go Pikachu and Eevee, where you had a situation like that with the, what were they called again? The Master Trainers? Where you can only do the same Pokemon against them, a mirror match. I low-key want to go back to that. I have Let's Go Pikachu. I've completed it. I did at least 6 of them because I think that was needed for Red. And I low-key want to do that and just do that with every Pokemon. But anyway, I do want to get back there and try to complete the Pokedex in home from there. It might be impossible to lose against the boss. That's why I let you leave in 1 HP. Well, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that still if that's the case. I hope not, because that would make it be better, you know, for my win. Make it be more of a legit win. If not, then, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think it should be possible to lose against them. Though at the same time, I don't like it, but I don't disagree with it. I can see why you want to do that for players. Otherwise, maybe too many players would feel too frustrated. You still want to have casual players in this game, I think. I don't know. Maybe this game is not for casual players, even though I still am. Because what happens to Winds and Waves Online PvP multiplayer? Because there's such a thing as PvE, and it's been a thing for a long time now in Pokemon. And I hope it continues being a thing. I need to get back to Terror Rates in Violet. That's what I need to do there. But yeah. What happens to PvP in Winds and Waves after Champions, right? It's still gonna have some merit. Right now, even the PvP in Scarlet and Violet, you have Terra and you don't have it here. Not yet, anyway. I don't know. Play only with water types, Eisen? I would love a water monotype. What will be my water monotype team? But Laffin and Starmie are there, I can tell you that much. I've noticed that poetry is an underrated medium. I saw a YouTube video where somebody recited a poem they wrote about Fire Emblem in Old Norse, and it sounds epic. These days, it definitely is. It definitely is. I've never been good at poetry, especially reading it. When it comes to reading poetry, and I don't mean out loud, just I mean in general, it feels like either I'm paying attention to the rhymes or I'm paying attention to what they're saying in the poem. I can never do both at the same time. There was this great book from J.R.R. Tolkien. It's been a while since I read it, but I have it physically. I'm looking at it right now as I'm saying this. Called The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun. And it was a thick read. Like, Tolkien can be a thick read. I hear the Silmarillion is like that. Fellowship of the Ring, the Lord of the Rings was like that at times for me, personally. But man, it was a thick read. It was tough for me to go through it. What was I going to do? I was going to change to Ice Beam. You know what? Let's insist on singles if we're going to do this. Let's see how the Ice Beam feels. Let's see. Champions is, I think, aim for getting casual Pokemon players to get into and try competitive play. If that's the case, you still want to keep it casual to an extent. That's the thing. But yeah, poems can be nice. There was this thing I did as a clip. You know what? Maybe I need to redo this. I never did do it as a vertical clip for YouTube's benefit. Would be nice if we did that, but when Dawn Trail came out, ish, around that time, I did a nice poem. No, well, I didn't do a poem. I modified a poem, which is a translation of a poem, which is Ithaca. As you go through these Ithacas, basically it's telling you to enjoy the journey rather than aim for the destination only. And, you know, because of Odysseus, Ithaca, all of that. And I changed it so that it would be for Dawn Trail instead. At the time, we had just started Stormblood, maybe? I can't remember. Because I know I used footage from Stormblood for that. The timeline doesn't feel like it matches, but no, it's got to. It kind of does. Wow. We've been doing this for a while. But yeah. Professor Tolkien is why the second half of my name is what it is. He saw writing Middle-earth as a side quest. It comes from that? Kinning comes from that? I didn't know that. Oh no, yeah. It's side quest. Yeah. I like that way of phrasing it. Starmie. Superstar. Starmie. Can I change its name here? I gotta give it that superstar name. But anyway, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see how it feels. Let's see how it feels. If I want to go crazy with it, I could try Blizzard. Let's not go too crazy. Ice Beam. Ice Beam. Let's see how that feels. Do we want to change anybody else's moves? Well, I can't change Zoroark here. Mega Green. You're not gonna change your moves. Trunks. Where do we have Alolan Raichu? The other team, right? The double battles team. Spirit Tomb, I think we still don't change that. What I'm considering is putting Palafin in there. Yeah, here's a question for you, Tajigen. Chats, all of you. What is your main type? But if so, what would be your monotype Pokemon Champions team? Specifically Champions, so I guess you consider whichever Pokemon are in here. I don't know which Pokemon are not in here, actually. That's why I was curious to see if if Kilowattrel is here. I want to check it quickly, actually. Let me see the Bulbapedia. Khaiden. That's yet another one I would train there in Violet for this reason. Let me see. I haven't seen any Kilowattrels yet, so I think it's not. Let me see the roster. He was a pioneer in Anglo-Saxon studies. Yes, yes. He was very good at writing new things in Old English. Yeah, yeah. Absolute linguistic maniac he was as well. Main type, that's a current question for me. I haven't really played since Gen 3. That's fair enough, Caleb. Water is your main type, Gory. Nice. I have a water gym team I use in this game. It's performed very well so far. Tell us your team, Gory. Tell us your team. Now, you saw a Ghost Monotype team I did there, but that would actually not be all my choices for it. It's just based on the Pokemon I have right now. Yeah, Kilowattrel is not in this. That breaks my heart, but at least Spiritomb is here. Starmie is here. Polteageist is here. Sinistcha is here. Some of my favorites right there. Let me see. Are any of the Magnetons in here? I could see both Magneton and Magneton being here, but they're not. I'm just doing search on the Bulbapedia page for it. So if I put Magne and nothing shows up, I know it's not there. Well, hopefully they get added. Magnezone, Magneton. I noticed both Slowbros and Slowkings are in here. Or wait. No, Slowking is not here, actually. Oh, no. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let's go for ranked battles. Tatara, let's go for that. More single battles. Starmie has been renewed. We never were using Recover. Not really. Well, we kind of did, but... yeah. We're against the player. Can we even the record at least? Can we make it be 9-9? QQ. QQ pasento. Na 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 na. Greninja, Empoleon, Pelipper, Starmie, Basculegion, and Mega Blastoise is your ace. Let's go. I get the feeling there's a rain dance there somewhere. Maybe with Pelipper. Or rather Drizzle. Yeah. I smell a rain dance there. I might be wrong though. What to do here though? We insist on Polteageist. I think we do. The other Pokemon. Yes, I want to try that Starmie there. Bellibolt is a problem against Starmie here, but I think we insist on this. And do we want to try Meganium? I think we... Oh, wait. We wanted to insist on Spiritomb still. For the batch. We have to actually win with Spiritomb on the team. Not just have it on the team and lose. And that doesn't count if we lose, but... We still insist. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn superstar. Still trying to think of a nickname for Spiritomb. Tajigen? Nah. Tajigen? No. Like Yude, you know, ghost in Japanese. Tajigen meaning multidimensional. Spiritomb is like me, is many minds combined. 108 spirits. And all that. Alright. Primarina! I want you in my boxes somewhere. The same with Decidueye. And we set up a nice Alolan team, maybe. Maybe the other three Pokemon are also there. Alolan Raichu is there. Mimikyu. You know, Gen 7 introduced Pokemon, is what I mean. Or variants of Pokemon. Ugh, Hydro Pump, let's see how that hits. Yes, that hits hard. Thank goodness it was not enough for a feint. It was disabled now. Let us try... Should we try Strength Sap? Okay. Let's see how Strength Sap does. That might be a mistake. I must give it a try though. Unfortunately, the team is incomplete without Kingdra and Ludicolo. I really hope at least one of these Pokemon get added with the next season. Yeah, it's gonna be... I know Rain Dance is super powerful with Ludicolo, and Mirror B in Pokemon Colosseum taught me that lesson. With some Samba and stuff like that. Let's try Stored Power. Very well, very well. Strength Sap is definitely not gonna do well here. Sadly, not enough to make it faint. I don't think Shadow Ball would have done it. I need to like maybe check some numbers. Really analyze the numbers deeply there. I say I'm casual, but semi-casual maybe is more accurate. Hardcore casual, casually hardcore. Was a waste of saying it. Now, Superstar here, we have the Thunderbolt advantage. You know, imagine, right? I can have the 3 Alola starters selected. When it comes to them fully evolved, out of all the starters of all regions, my favorite trio is the Alola one. Gets very close with the Paldea trio, I gotta say. I love what they did with them. That's another one to consider. I have Meowscarada here. Let's get Guacamole, Skeledirge in here. But that's already 6 box spaces overall here. The box spaces, man. Too many. Okay, there's the advantage I was afraid of. What to do here against you, Belly Bolt. That might be a wall right there too. This might be a bit of a wall of a Pokemon. Is that how Belly Bolt worked? Any Pokemon that looks like thick like that, it always feels like you're about to have a wall. Parabolic Charge. Okay. Oh yeah, fun thing about Belly Bolt, those things that look like its eyes on the side are not its eyes. It's the middle face that is the actual eyes. Yeah, I just saw it blink. See, I don't think I want to do Curse here. Let's try Poltergeist and see what it does. Discharge. Okay. Could have been worse damage. Could have been better damage. Mimikyu, the Freakachu indeed, Caleb. Good to see you on the YouTube side as well. Mimikyu is a good multi-purpose Pokemon. You can use it either as a Trick Room user or a Swords Dance Sweeper. I'm used to having it more as a Swords Dance Sweeper for sure. Yeah. Electromorphosis. What did that do again? Do we want to try Foul Play? It may not even hit here. Yeah, like, we want to talk about Trick Room. Spiritomb would benefit from that for sure. Right. Starmie's gonna be in trouble right here. That's for sure. Let's try it like this anyway. There's nothing else to it but to go for a Psychic. Who goes first? Surely my Starmie goes first. Let's hope we can do some good damage. Yeah, it has high special defenses. That's what Electromorphosis does. Okay. Too electrifying. Because I don't think there would be any electric type counter I would have with Starmie. Do we want to try double battles now? I think we've done enough singles. I think we want to switch to doubles now. So let's give it a try. It might give me a bot otherwise, but... No. Either way, we want to go for doubles right here. That's the way we want to do it. We've seen all kinds of battles today. That's great. I'm glad we have. Every possible kind of battle we can have, both ranked and casual for both modes. We'll do that Psychic type team eventually. But yeah, my Ghost monotype of choice. Just going for my favorites mostly. Actually, it's kind of a hard choice because if I want to insist on having both... See, I still kinda, very slightly think of it competitively. Because Gourgeist and Sinistcha are both Pokemon I love. But then I would repeat the exact same type combination right there. So maybe not. Maybe the Grass monotype is what has one of them. Let's say I have Poltegeist, Gourgeist, the 2 Geists, and then Sinistcha is safe for a Grass type team. I'll think of the other 4 in a moment. Well, Spiritomb is there. I'll think of the other 3 in a moment. Yes, I think Superstar should start here. There's some type advantages I see here already. On the other hand, the other Pokemon to accompany my dear Superstar. Who should it be? You think Raichu would do well here? Yes, I think he might. And then Gallade? Trunks? Okay. If I'm reading the Japanese right, this person is called Scarlet, by the way. Well, you could say I'm Violet. This is Scarlet versus Violet. There we go. Black Flower Floette. Yeah, look at that. It might Mega Evolve. Right, some type of advantages here. How do we want to do this then? I think we want to do Protect to start and then Electric on... What were the stats? What did I have more of? More... What was the higher stat for Raichu here? I actually completely forgot. No, I want to see the stats. Oh, my bad, my bad. This is how we do it. Special attack, yeah. Only one of those is special attack, I just realized. Play rough is not. Yeah. We would want to change his moves. I think I'd rather... Oh, jeez. Move time. I think I'd rather train... Again, I can do a Alolan Raichu both in Legend CA and Violet, I think. I would train them over there in one of those games and then transfer them here. It's a better way to do it, I think. Mega Floette. Yosh. Mega Evolution. I forgot to say that for my Starmie. My dear Gemini. It's no Mega Aerodactyl. Ooh, Fairy Aura. What does that do? Protect. Okay. Double protection here, huh? Alright. We might have Raichu get hit by something from Floette. Dazzling Gleam. Okay. I do love Alolan Raichu so much. I already love Raichu by default, but Alolan Raichu even more so. That was a lot of damage right there. Okay, then I think we want to try Liquidation on Aerodactyl. Oh yeah, we're back to Gen 4. I think. Then there's nothing else to it but to try a Thunderbolt on Floette. There's that Tailwind. It just reminds me of Kilowattrel, Khaiden. I really need Khaiden in this game. That's a lot of damage on that Dazzling Gleam. But that's Mega Floette for you, I guess. Liquidation! Liquidate that Aerodactyl, except it's hanging on. Focus Sash, is it? Alright. Yeah, good setup with Tailwind like that. I don't think we're winning this fight. Trunks is definitely not a good idea here, but either way we're at a disadvantage here. Trunks is at even more of a disadvantage, I would argue. But Shadow Sneak can help. I must insist on that. Shadow Sneak against Aerodactyl here. That's what we gotta try. That Floette is gonna hit hard though. It's gonna keep hitting hard. But we Protect. It's gonna be Dazzling Gleam. That's that destructive Dazzling Gleam. So much freaking damage. What the hell? I could use a Steel or Poison type there. I don't know. A Fire type would resist Fairy as well. But anyway. That's Black Flower Floette for you. How many Pokemon are available in this game that are not fully evolved? Technically. Floette, Pikachu. Those are the only thing I can think about. Is Scyther in this game? I don't know. This is why I was saying I could see Magneton maybe being here. Not just Magnezone, but Magneton as well. Right? Oh yeah, I should have realized it would use Protect as well. Okay. That's a lot of Protects there. It's Protect City here. That is hilarious. Only one of them does not Protect. We're still gonna do Shadow Sneak. We still got to. Well, it comes down to a Zen Headbutt. Let me see. Yeah, actually no. We want to do Liquidation. A little bit more damage on that. It may not even hit. We're gonna get killed by a Dazzling Gleam, I think. Shadow Sneak on Aerodactyl is the way to go. At the very least, let's have you faint. I haven't been miscounting on the win-loss record, right? Oh, it had to be a crit though. Yosha, unlucky! Not Yosha. No Yosh about that. Whatever the opposite of lucky from Q Ranger is, this is it. Yosha, unlucky! I needed some Red Ranger power, some Shishiret. Oh, but we get Superstar power one way or another, that's for sure. Well, there's nothing else to it but to go for Poltergeist on Floette. Sometimes I wonder if it works on Megastones, but it does. Just gotta remind myself of that. It still does count it as a held item, one way or another. Alright. We must try at least one more double battle here. What do you think treated us better overall today? Singles or doubles, I wonder. I want to say singles, but it's more like we did singles more than we did doubles here. Let's try another doubles here. Yeah, because if I weren't insisting as much on Spiritomb, maybe I would have a better chance in some of these fights. I don't care. I will do it until I get the Spiritomb badge. I will not stop until then. There's gonna be more rewards after that for continuing to win with Spiritomb, which is not what we did here, but still. I must insist. I get the feeling we're against a bot now. How to start here? Do we want to insist with Gemini? Or perhaps Gemini and Incineroar? Yeah, Gemini and Incineroar. Spiritomb. Alolan Raichu. Just that moveset really troubles me with Alolan Raichu. But I don't know if I want to recruit permanently. Box spaces, box spaces. Gotta keep that in mind so much. This has got to be a bot. Let's see how it goes though. Yeah, no advantages here. Well, we have close combat with Incineroar. Alright. Nothing else to it but to go for that close combat there. Actually, I'm gonna try Swords Dance. And we protect. We protect. I wanna gauge their moves. That's why we also protect on the first turn. When I get Sinistcha in here though, what moves should we go for? Because I am gonna have a Sinistcha with double battles in mind. Yeah, that spot that Alolan Raichu has right there, I think it will go towards Sinistcha. Lovely, lovely Sinistcha. Alright, let's do that Swords Dance. Yes, I think we still want to try hitting that Trampa. Quite a bit of damage that Incineroar took right there. Hopefully Quick Claw helps here because we might have it faint already. And liquidate that Gardevoir. My dear Gemini. Liquidate those assets. Yeah, assets. That's what that Gardevoir has right there. There you go. Oh, thank goodness we hit first. Okay. Wasn't sure how everybody's speed was right there. Alright. Yeah, Incineroar might have fainted otherwise. Had it received more damage there. Bam ba bam bam ba bam bam ba bam. Azumarill. I would say this is time for Thunderbolt, but no, that's the other Starmie that has it. Very well. That comes down to Zen Headbutt, I think. It's gotta be Flare Blitz against Corviknight. Let's see if it even hits. I get the feeling Azumarill might kill my Incineroar first. Let's give it a try this way anyway. No rhyme intended. See, we talk about poetry. Sometimes we have such unintentional rhymes right here. It really is like poetry. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you know what? That reminds me. I have done poetry in the past. In the Lord of the Rings Online, Lotro. There used to be this event. I don't know if it's come back since. At some point it stopped, but it's basically Lotro Olympics. They have all sorts of events. One of them is called the Storytelling game competition, where people enter and they're meant to do it like poetry. They're meant to tell a story in poetry style, and I participated like twice or thrice there, and I did write them in poem style. A lot of thesaurus. A lot of thesaurus consulting it. I seem to alliterate it automatically. Yeah, same here, Caleb. Or at least it feels that way a lot of the time. Well, here we're at disadvantage against Azumarill, but overall, I think this battle is ours. Let's do another one after this. Gets to be quick sometimes against bots. 9 wins, 11 losses. I want to see if we can even the win record. That would be more ideal. But it's already been over 20 battles, pretty much. Wow, that's the most battles we've done on a Pokemon Champion stream so far. I get distracted sometimes with like, ooh, nice, nice, nice. We got an achievement there. Without any of the team fainting. Cool, cool. Bot battles help against that. But damn it, I want to do what they... I want them to do what they do in Master CX with past characters, complete with their music, but in this game. That's why I kept saying the Gym Leader Castle, the World Tournament in Black 2, White 2, the Battle Tree. Just, I want that so badly. I want every Gym Leader, every Elite Four member, every champion in history to be somebody you can battle. I wanted a game like that for ages. For here, though... For this battle, though, yes, I think it comes down to Gemini as one of the first two. Perhaps Incineroar? I think this is the combo we start with. Spiritomb and... Who is the other person here? I think it's Raichu, actually. I think we want to try Raichu. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. Towards victory, I hope. Let's have double digits on the wins as well. That's what we want. Well, technically we gotten them. There was just one win I didn't count because it didn't feel right. Something could happen to me in the middle of a stream that I'm too idle in the game and I could get an internet issue, like we had that little hiccup at the start of the stream, and I would not count that as a bloody loss unless it looked like I was gonna lose anyway, and even then you never know, sometimes. Anyway, we want to use Protect here. We want to use Protect. Yes. It's time for a Flare Blitz against Whimsicott. Bam 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 bam. Back to Hoenn yet again, but not the Gen 3 version. Yeah, with how many battles we've had today, we could have hurt every single one of the teams. I could intentionally choose them, but it's more fun to see what's gonna come up. Quick Claw, let's go, let's go. Protect still goes first, I think. Mega Evolution! For my dear Gemini. We have two Starmies, right? That's why I call this one Gemini. It's like the twin star. It's the twin to the other one. That sort of thing. I forget the exact, like, mythology, but yeah. Something like that. Tailwind, okay. Okay. Well, okay, yeah. Nothing is gonna happen to that Garchomp either way. Hopefully this is enough to make Whimsicott faint, okay. They still got that Tailwind. Whimsicott with Tailwind, I'm seeing that's a common theme now. I wouldn't mind a Whimsicott. One of the few Grass Fairy types in the entirety of Pokemon. There's only two more, and one of them is only available in Mega Evolution. Out of all of them, what was it called? My favorite out of those three is the mushroom one from Gen 7. I forget the name of it, but that one. I'm blanking on the name right now. Anyway, it's an Ice Spinner against you, and well, it's gotta be Flare Blitz against you, Sneasler. No. We need that ice damage against Garchomp. We would have some great damage against Sneasler. Okay, Fake Out and Incineroar. Whimsicott is on everyone's double battle team. It feels like sometimes. It feels like that sometimes. Feels like that sometimes, that's what I meant to say. Yosh. Spin, spin, spin! Eyes on that Garchomp. Surprised I didn't see a Focus Sash or something. Almost expected it. Alright. Hit them where it hurts, my dear Gemini. Bam 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 bam. Okay. Okay. It might become a Mega Charizard X, but we gotta try Liquidation against it. Protect might be a good idea still, but I'll try it like this. Flare Blitz against Sneasler. Let's not underestimate that Sneasler. Might do something nasty. Okay, Mega Charizard, why? Why? Why is it Mega Charizard? Why? And they're gonna attack first, so let's see. I can expect a Solar Beam right there, so maybe I should have protected after all. Not like I was gonna do anything to make it faint before it hit us. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, 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 bam, ba, bam, ba, 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 bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. You know, I learned a fun fact the other day. I'm not sure. I saw that in like some webcomic somebody was doing that. It's not even related to Pokemon. I think Flareon is the only fire type that can learn Solar Beam, funny enough. Let's try Raichu. It will have super effective damage against Charizard there. Hopefully it's able to hit. Protect might have been a good idea after all, but I don't know if it would have done much anyway. Well, it would have made it so that it's closer for the tail. It's closer to having the Tailwind. Oh yeah, because the Tailwind was done there, I think. Should have done Protect. Should have done Protect after all. But yeah, it comes down to Volt, Tackle. Wait, what did I have higher? The special attack is higher, right? For yeah. Thunderbolt is what we want instead. And then Spirit Tomb. We should curse that Sneasler. We should give it a try with a curse. I'm gonna try it. Not gonna work out well, I think. It's alright though. A Heat Wave, okay. To hit both of them, huh? Only that there's only one of them now. Alright. I will not stop. I don't care if some battles end like this. I know what I'm getting into. I'm here for all of it. I'm sharing the pain with the Pokemon. I know the risks I'm taking. I will not stop with that curse set. I will not. Oh yeah, speaking of which, registering sets and all that. Do we want to register the set for the incoming competition? See, it may still be good to have a Pokemon Champion stream next week on Sunday. I was thinking it could be another day too. Depends on what next week looks like. Let's begin talking about it too, actually. Let's do another one. Well, while we queue up, let's talk about it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's best if I register that until later. Yeah, I gotta tell you, playing this off stream is actually quite nice too. I multitask with this a lot. Maybe not meant to do it that way, but like I'm a maniac when it comes to that. I even kind of like half read things while I'm playing this. Just in the waiting time, the animation's playing out, like it actually works out decently. I can be a multitasking maniac sometimes. Let's see. Sneasler again, Charizard again. What do you read? Well, right now, there's some novels I've been reading, but I haven't gotten back to them actually. Right now, it's just wiki entries of things, mostly. That's a lot of wiki reading. Some Ultraman stuff recently, for example. Give me a second. Let's focus on this. Do we want to start with Superstar again? I think we do, but Incineroar doesn't start with it this time. This time, what is it that starts with? Who benefits from starting with Gemini? Not Superstar, Gemini. Let's try Rotom. We'll try the setup. Let's see. Yeah, wiki entries or, well, things related to work outside of the stream here, I gotta say. And like, work I can do at my own pace, mind you. Work I can do at my own pace that I can do like that. And it feels great. I feels like, ooh, I'm hacking life. It's a life hack like this. And like, I'm surprised by how much I'm actually able to read like this. I did it a lot with Master Duel, and there the waiting times could be longer. But that's also because I'm being very casual about it overall. We want to start with Protect here. And at the same time, I think we want to do Reflect. It's just a turn setting things up. Defensive turn. Completely defensive turn. Right here. Sneasler, we can definitely expect to attack physically. I don't know about Aerodactyl though. Tends to be a physical attacker too, but not all the time, I guess. I don't know. There were mostly two novels I was juggling that I need to really get back to. Number 9 Dream by David Mitchell and Last Man in London by Olaf Stapledon. I've been talking about that for so long now. We had that Last and First Man reading not that long ago. Last Man in London. Need to finish that. Sneaking in reading a lot of the time for other things can be, yeah, just sneaking it in. Something like a Kindle really helps you with that. Although, depends on where, right? if I travel, I'm like in a bus or a plane or something, easy to take that with me, right? But then just going outside, I'm not gonna take both my phone and my Kindle out, right? I gotta have like something to sync it with on my phone, like the app for that. Reading on the phone is alright too. Especially if the app has a night mode. Really helpful. Okay, we gotta try... Yeah, we gotta try Zen Headbutt, and then hopefully that Thunderbolt does hit Aerodactyl. I don't think we should do Electric Terrain. Rock Slide. They're gonna move first. They're gonna move first. And Rock Slide has the chance for a flinch. That's what I'm watching out for as well. Among other things, I'm watching out for. Ultra effective damage, extremely effective damage, double super effective damage, whatever you want to call it. Quadruple damage! That's it right there. Yeah, there's the flinch on Rotom, but at least we were able to hit that Zen Headbutt, thank goodness. I think perhaps we want to try Protect again. Thank goodness for Reflect. We should really do Protect here. And then... I think I actually want Thunderbolt against Floette. They're probably gonna Mega Evolve it. I've yet to see a Mega Aerodactyl here, because that's far from being the first Aerodactyl we see today. It's fun though, there's enough variety, you know. So far I haven't seen it fall into that thing that much where meta does, in which is the same choices for everybody over and over again. The same decks at the top of the Meta Master Duel. The same characters in a fighting game over and over. Variety's fun, damn it. But, you know, tiers and all that, balancing and all that. Calm Mind. Oh yeah, the sooner we take out that Floette, the better. That is a good time in which to do Calm Mind. But Thunderbolt, Sanda, Borto will be very resisted because of that special defense increase. Too bad Paralysis did not go through. So, let's try Liquidation on Floette right there. Or, hold on. Yeah, let's try Liquidation. We want to hit it physically because of that. If we even hit that Floette right there, because we'll see. Okay. Protection on Aerodactyl. Dazzling Gleam again. It's gonna be super high, yeah, especially after that Calm Mind. Well, I have an idea for a Black Flower Floette set if I ever get myself a Floette like that. I don't think I will. Not that I dislike Floette, especially this AC's Floette, but just box space, you know, box space. Oh yeah, I never did say what my Ghost Monotype team would be, right? Let's see, Mimikyu is there somewhere, right? What did I say? Poltegeist. Gourgeist or Sinistcha, yeah, probably Gourgeist. The two Geists. Spiritomb, of course. Mimikyu. Mimikyu is actually subject to change, maybe? That's already 4 out of 6. Who are the other two? Golurk, I think? I love Golurk. I love Golurk quite a bit. Now here, what to do here, what to do here. Well, Trunks is at a disadvantage against Aerodactyl. We want to try a Psycho Cut on you. And... why not? Let's try Poltergeist against Floette. I mean, we're probably gonna get absolutely murdered by that Dazzling Gleam right there. It's gonna be super effective against both, and it's already super powerful as it is. We're not gonna survive that. Psycho Cut! Let's at least hit that. Love the sound of that move. No way we're surviving that right there. No way we're surviving that. Alright. I want to get to the double digits on the wins though. We must insist on this, but I might go back to singles. Doubles are not treating us that well today. Or at least not in these last few matches. No biggie. What was I saying though? Yeah, so let's say Golurk, off the top of my head, just the first ones that come to mind. Who is the 6th Pokemon though? Some other favorite... Oh, well, you know what? After how fond I became of Frostlass after that nightmare with Rayquaza and Legend ZA, I'm gonna say Frostlass. Let's say Frostlass. That would be the Ghost Monotype team, and I think every single one of them is in this game. So there you go. I could have it on this game. What would be my water team though? Talking about water. Starmie is there, Palafin is there. Lantern is there. I don't know if it's in this game, but I'm just thinking about it overall. I want to say Azumarill is there. Like in that team, but I don't know. Also, we start with Gemini once again. Incineroar, especially if Aboma Snow shows up. I'm thinking of that Aboma Snow right there. That abomination. And I think it comes down to Trunks, maybe. Or... That's a tough choice here. I'm gonna try Trunks here. My shiny Gallade. Oh, this might be a bot too? I think this is a bot. Especially after that loss right there. There's Gen 1. There's Gen 1. There's Kanto at last. Because we didn't even get it in Gen 3. Let's protect. There's the Abominable Snow I was thinking about. Some disadvantages there. Asumeral versus Incineroar, but we gotta burn that Abominable Snow. Mega Evolution! Mega Shinka! Let's go. I still prefer this over the Gen 3 version of this. But then the Gen 7 version, what I maybe dislike sometimes about the Gen 3 version of this is the higher pitch. It fits the gen in itself, but in retrospect, I'd rather have it on the original pitch. You know? Fake tears. Well, we're protected against that. Spare me your fake tears, Asumeral. Alright. What to do here then? I think, well... No, we gotta hit a Zen Headbutt on Asumeral because, yeah, it's close combat against Rampa here. Otherwise, we have some decent damage from... Well, no, Incineroar wouldn't have done well against Asumeral. Oh, wow, okay, enough to make it faint. Cool, cool, cool. Critical! Right, that's why. That's why it was enough right there. Look, I get that they make some things easier for the players with bots. Maybe there's that thing where it doesn't let you lose, and we had 1 HP for that reason, but in that last match, that previous match that happened, they don't have them hold items. But I don't think they make it so that they're not EV trained. That would be extreme at that point, you know? Oh, your monotype Ghost Team Gore, it's Hisuian type Flotion, Mimikyu, Bascu Legion. Yeah, we've seen quite a few Bascu Legions. Sinise Chat, Dragapult, Mega Frostlass, let's go. Oh yeah, I guess out of those, Frostlass would evolve into Mega Frostlass. Falling in love with her after the Rayquaza incident. The Rayquaza incident, that's what we're gonna call it now. Anyway, it should be... Yeah, it should be Zen Headbutt against you because we're gonna burn that lovely Kabuto Mushi right there. Aqua Jet against Starmie. AI shenanigans right there. See, when I'm saying, you know, there should be like NPCs. Sorry, I was also trying to do something off screen for a moment here. Sorry if you hear noise. What I want out of the NPCs as well is that I guess maybe so that it's easier too, but not so much because it's easy, but because it's fun to have variety. I would do their teams in a certain way. Yeah, this goes all the way back to some of the early streams we've had on the YouTube channel, where we were doing like the deluxe Pokemon leagues, like a team of 6 Pokemon for every gym leader or so, and things like that. Where we weren't thinking so much about meta, we were giving them, oh, you're a bug type expert in Sinnoh, you're gonna get Cricketune. Because you gotta represent the Pokemon that were introduced in the generation that introduced that region. Oh, what's that? Beedrill is a better idea? I don't care. It wasn't introduced in that generation. A bug-type expert from Gen 1 has Beedrill. Nobody else. Most of the time. Let's do another one. So we maybe go against players. No. Let's keep trying to polish those skills that kills. But yeah, the Water-type Monotype team. Palafin, Starmie, Lantern. Who else did I end up liking for water? I love Lantern, by the way. The water electric typing there, a lot of fun. I know this Rotom, Wash Rotom, but I'm not having it on that team, actually. I'm forgetting somebody else that I've come to love. Can't remember right now. Yeah, I might want to say Bascu Legion, so we have a water ghost type. Jellicent is the other one to think about, but Bascu Legion has that too. Bascu Legion, then. Oh, yeah, Primarina. Give me a second. Let me go for the teams here. Yes, I think Incineroar is still a good idea here. We do the steam. Same setup as before. We continue going for these 4, I think. Anyway, that's 4 so far, I think. Starmie, Lantern, Primarina, Palafin. Who are the other 2? Basculegion. 1 more left. I think it's another starter, maybe? Quackavol? Let's say Quackavol. Alright, here, I think we still want to protect. Against Sylveon right there, though, let us try to use a Flare Blitz. We could have great damage against Sneasler, but we protect. I think that's the way we want to do it. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I want to do in a future champion stream? We're gonna be choosing... Ooh, Quick Claw. 2 Quick Claws. Okay, what happens here? Let's see who goes first. Well, first of all, let's do this. Mega Shinka Evolution. Well, that's the first time I see that Quick Claw situation happen. Let's go. Protect. Is somebody else protecting? Hyper Voice from Sylveon. Okay, Fairy type Hyper Voice, probably. Pixelate. Love the name of that, Pixelate. Incineroar hit them hard. Okay, I was hoping for more damage, but that's helpful. Yeah, because U-turn, okay. If Gemini is able to move first, then we can still take it out with a Zen Headbutt. Otherwise, yeah, U-turn is gonna hit hard. Maybe. Yes, I've yet to see somebody use U-turn like that. Okay. I'm hoping Starmie moves faster. They're both speedy types, I think. Sneasler, Starmie. Oh, yeah, that was the water type party. What would be my psychic type party? Oh yeah, I was saying though, didn't finish this train of thought. There's that Quick Claw again. Sadly, my Incineroar's Quick Claw didn't go through. Yawn! We might want to switch out. But we can make Sneasler faint before that. No, we can't. Not like that. Yeah, it might have been nice to hit it with something from... oh, nice flinch, thank goodness. Wow. Yeah, I forgot Zen Headbutt can do that. I keep forgetting. Sylveon is out. We want to switch out. I don't want Gemini to fall asleep. But yeah, I want to have at least like, what is it going to be? Like 10 battles in a row in which we go through each gen's battle theme. Just 1 per region at first, and then we go back and do the other versions like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Heart Gold Soul Silver. Yeah, even more of a reason to switch out here. We gotta switch out immediately. I think it should be Gallade, not Spiritomb. Especially with Shadow Sneak there, but... let's try... screw it, let's try Darkest Lariat on Sneasler. Yeah, like if Gemini stats go down with Intimidate like that... Nearly everybody I have here is a physical attacker, aren't they? Extreme Speed! That hit hard. Extreme Speed is actually quite crazy. Like, we're talking about 80. Like, it gets that priority, right? And it's also 80 damage right away. Right. If Sneasler does come back here, we want to do a Shadow Sneak on it one way or another. Right. I think my Gallade is gonna get killed by an Extreme Speed. Otherwise, it's definitely time to do... I should have gone for Close Combat, maybe. It's definitely time to do a Sacred Sword here, but... Well, it's not even gonna hit. Thankfully, nobody fainted there from the Sandstorm. We gotta try this. And then, it's the Darkest Lariat on Arcanine. But everybody's gonna faint first, I think. Now is definitely a time to do Extreme Speed again to ensure my Trunks goes down. I mean, it could have been done on Incineroar as well. And Tyranitar has advantages here. Earthquake would just be bad for that Arcanine. But alright. Back to the previous team. For the most part, my Gemini, my Starmie has advantages, but also some disadvantages here. But yeah, you know, we would go from Gen 1 to Gen 9, then the Champions team, then we go back. We keep doing battles like that. I keep choosing them intentionally. Anyway, the other topic I was talking about. Do we want to curse either one of them? I think I don't. We instead do Poltergeist, or wait. Yeah, because Arcana's attack stat is probably high, right? That's how it works, I think. Now, Gemini, I think I want to protect here. Let's protect and see where that takes us. It's just not a good idea with that Sandstorm, but our health is not that low with... oh, there we go. That helps. Knock off. Everybody focused on Superstar, on Gemini there, did they? Okay. I'll play on Arcanine. Citrus Berry. Do we want to do that again? Maybe we do. But it's time for liquidation against Tyranitar, I think. Extreme speed incoming. Yeah, because I don't think Shadow Sneak will do well here. Liquidate. We try to liquidate this. Look at this. I think it was 25 matches overall. This is match number 25. Because one win didn't count towards the record. Didn't feel like it's one that should be counted in that way. Alright. Liquidate that Tyranitar before it can hit you with a knockoff. Let's knock it off. This could go either way. We gotta do Shadow Sneak against Niesler. This Arcanine almost fainted too. My goodness. Yeah, oh, the Sandstorm. Let's go. I forgot about the Sandstorm. I forgot about the damage. Yeah, because Sneasler with 1 HP left. Shadow Sneak. Did it have Protect? It could have Protect maybe. But this is the way we gotta do it. Yeah, I mean... I feel like maybe I wanted to Protect with Gemini there just in case, but... No, let's not do that. Shadow Sneak it is to ensure it's a win right there. No Curse from Spirit Tomb. We don't always have to use it as much as I love it, right? It felt like it might have been a good idea. But yeah, definitely not the time for that. Good game. Good games overall. Every single game here has been a good game. No reason for me to dislike any game here. What would have gotten me upset is to lose because of lag or something, and I wouldn't count it as a bloody loss or something like that. The stream crashed or something. No. If the stream crashes, the game would still be ongoing. This is from my Switch. I mean, it would still be ongoing. If there's a power outage, the game would still be ongoing. Well, actually, the internet would go out from that as well, but yeah. Things like that. There's the Gengarite. Now we have the Gengarite for Gengar. Good stuff. Gotta give that to the Gengar on the Monotype team that I still want to insist on. I was gonna say what my Psychic team would be, right? Off the top of my head, let me think. Starmie is there again, for sure. Unless we say a rule, we don't repeat them or something. I mean, we have 2 Starmies. One can be shiny, one can be non-shiny, maybe. Yeah, see, the water types, the Starmie on the water team could be the shiny one because it's blue like water, right? And then the Psychic one can be the purple one. That works for me. Yeah. And okay. Lantern, what I said, right? Oh, no, wait, that's the water team. Psychic, Starmie. Who are the others? I can't think of them. Executor, I want to say. Cantonian, of course, Executor. Claydol, maybe? It's not in this game, I think, but... Is Executor even in this game? I don't think it is. And well, yeah, no legendaries or mythicals, so otherwise I'm not gonna say Mewtwo. Who are the others? Alolan Raichu, maybe? I can't think of any right now. There are some that I just absolutely love to bits, besides Starmie, but I can't think of them right now. Well, anyway, that being said, Tajigen, let's leave it right here. I was hoping I would at least even the record or have more wins than losses, even if we count that win that I'm not counting. It's more losses than wins overall, but I know what I'm getting into this. Being semi-casual about it, being hardcore casual, casually hardcore, I don't know. But this is the champion stream in which we had the most battles ever. In total, it's 25 battles, only 24 counted, 1 didn't count. That's how we say it for the record. That's the rule we have whenever we have a game where we keep a battle record. If it's like shenanigans, like timer expire for them, says they're disconnected, they left the game or something. For the most part, I'm not going to count that as a win. Unless it really, really did look like I was going to win anyway, most likely. And even then, I would have my doubts about it. You never know what could happen, especially here in Pokemon. RNG playing a bit of a part. A bit. It was lovely. Yeah, it ended up being just as long as yesterday's stream, I think. About 3.5 hours-ish, give or take. Great stuff. Okay. This has been the 5th champion stream right here, Tajigen. Good stuff right here. Good stuff. And thus we finish this trinity of streams for this week. Alright. I really want to try having 4 streams next week. Look at this lovely ghost badge. I want to have the Spiritomb badge. I would just have to like manually set up the PNG for that because you can't find the badges for every single Pokemon's PNG. You can find them in Cerebi.net. You can find the PNGs for them for the blank space, but then you would have to insert the PNG yourself for it. I could probably do it. It would just be a bit elaborate. It would take a bit of extra effort, but it would be worth it. It would be very worth it. But yeah, just like it was very worth it to do it again today, Champions continues having a presence. Pokemon continues having a presence because, as I said, we finished Legend CA, Violet, and what comes after that is other RPGs mostly. Other things. And I still want to go back to those things. I still want to go for those things, is what I meant to say. And something else too. As I said, one of those needs to be one that I test on the PC. I just haven't had time yet. Things get busy. This coming week is the usual busyness that I get. Busyness. It's business busyness. There you go. But yeah, the usual busy that it gets to be, and sometimes, you know, it exhausts me. Sometimes I need to like take a nap or something. Yesterday after the stream, I took a nap that was longer than it should have been. But you know, I need to rest sometimes here and there. For example, right now, I have some work I'm going to do after the stream. Hopefully I have some nice momentum. I'm feeling quite energetic for it, but then that changes after the stream's over, right? Energies change completely right here. Energies just change completely. But anyway, let me check something here. Are we finishing with a raid on Twitch? I'm not sure if we are, but not today, I'm sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, let me check it out quickly. See if there's a way we want to maybe set it up here. Okay, all things considered, I think we just ended it this way. Okay. No, we just ended without a raid on the Twitch side of things. Thanks so much for joining me on this week of streams, Tajigen. Double dose of FF14. There's a non-zero chance it happens again next week. The double dose of FF14. But for other things that happen during the week, that's another story. Stay tuned for that. The double dose of FF14, depending on how it goes, may not be 2 days in a row. I really want to try starting that new exciting journey for Story Saturdays. For the games I was considering for Saturday. And then, well, again, a non-zero chance for more champions. Let's see what we can do. I'll keep trying to, you know, have some off-stream battles. Get to that Ultra Ball in either doubles or singles. We did decently today, all things considered. More losses than wins, but we were in. It's not like we had 2 wins only. We did well, and a lot of those were against players too. RNG played a part. We got lucky a few times, but I think it still worked out okay. So with this lovely ghost badge right here, and we earned a badge. I really am a ghost type gym leader now, aren't I? Giving badges to challengers. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I would love to be a gym leader in Pokemon. I think I would actually love that more than being an Elite Four member because I would be able to have fun theming my gym, doing puzzles and stuff. I think my gym would be pretty much like Olympia's gym, except it leans more towards Ghost and Psychic. Or, you know, I take over her gym. I take over after her. I stay there. I stay there for a while, vibing with her, with the Hex Maniacs in there, with all the cosmic stuff in there. Just, I'll stay there. I'll live in Anistar City just for that. Just for that. I don't need to become the champion of the Kalos region. That's all I need. I just need to like have a permanent stay in that lovely gym. And then I become the gym leader for it. And the gym wouldn't look that different. We need to play X and Y one day. We really do. Anyway, on that happy note, it's been a fantastic week of streams. Some major things we did in Final Fantasy Friday. Then yesterday, taking a breather, Edgeguardian Restoration, relaxing stuff. And today, being very casual about it, but also a mixture of the kind of excitement we got on Friday. This gets exciting with these battles, but also the casual approach to it that we got yesterday. That's how it tends to be on champion streams. And if we have more, non-zero chance of that, then it will be that way. Stay tuned for what the schedule will look like next week. I'm gonna try not to be too late with posting it. I keep taking until Wednesdays to do it. It gets busy for me, and I still need to make decisions for what image I'm using for the schedule art and things like that. Well, we'll see. Stay tuned for it. Hope to see you for it next week. Happy rest of your weekend if it's still weekend for you, Tajigen. Otsukai-sama deshita.